Hello. Good morning, guys. We are here today. All right, guys. So it is Thursday. Oil is over $90 a barrel. Markets are down. Google Capex fears are essentially what's freaking markets out today. Alphabet did raise their Capex up to roughly 195 to 205 billion. They announced this during their earnings call. And yeah, the stock fell afterwards. Google's down to 327s today. That's probably the big story. We have jobless claims later, but oil is over $90 a barrel. One of the benefits of this high Capex is memory, because, you know, when you're spending more on Capex, you know, you got to buy memory. And we're at 984 for MU. So MU almost hit 1,000 today. So, like, memory plays are up. The NASDAQ is down. Oil is up. And Capex fears are here. You know, so Google reported good revenue, topped estimates, and really good EPS. But again, they pushed 2026 Capex up to 195 to 205 billion. This is going to fund AI infrastructure, raising questions about free cash flow and returns on that spend. And their free cash flow was negative yesterday too. And so, yeah, we had negative free cash flow for Google. Tesla did beat revenue, but EPS missed by a pretty big margin. So Tesla's down to like 350s this morning. It's not looking good either. IBM did do slightly weaker than expected numbers, I think, or actually it was slightly better than expected, but they're still down a little bit as well. So most tech stocks that reported yesterday are down, dragging everything down except for, again, memory. You can look at MU here. It's one of the big, you know, with all this stuff, MU is up in pre-market. You know, SanDisk up in pre-market. Only slightly, though, for SanDisk. You know, you can look at SK Hynix and see that it's up to 174s. I believe SK Hynix is up from just good movement overnight in the Kospi and those stocks, Samsung, SK Hynix, and more. So, but the NASDAQ is continuing to fall here. Look at the NQ. It's down to 29,035. It's about to tap 29,000 if it keeps dropping here. Here's 29K. We got weekly jobless claims at 8:30. We'll see what that looks like. More job fears, and yields are, I'm sure, up this morning based off of, you know, oil being over $90 a barrel for WTI crude. But Britt is here, guys. Britt is here. Let's say hello to the chat. I don't know if he is or not. We'll have to say. We'll have to see. But yeah, yields are jumping. 2-year treasury yields right now, chat, are at 4.317%. 4.317. So they are up. You can see the trajectory of yields over the last like 3 or 4 days here as oil has continued to rise. And yeah, more geopolitical tensions overnight. This is becoming a regular theme here, I think. You know, we've seen more strikes and just more news of escalation there. Attacks. Hey, thank you 500 Vision for the 250, brother. Thank you, bro. Good morning. Good morning, you. How 2M for Soxel? What? I'm assuming you have 2 minutes is what you're asking me for Soxel. 2 minutes is what I think you're asking me. But Soxel, again, it's not down that much. Memory plays. Thank you for the donation, my friend. But Soxel, again, is just moving with chips. Some people call them WTI. Yeah, listen. SpaceX is down big too. SpaceX is at like 216s right now. So SpaceX is dumping. The only big, you know, winner here is memory and all this stuff. Nvidia actually had a great day yesterday as well, though. Nvidia got up to 215s. It's back down to 210s on just tech weakness. But thank you for the donation, my friend. Let me say hello to everybody. What's up, Ava, Proxy, 500, Old Hack, Steve, Ashun, Lucas, Edson, Rooftop, Mushroom, Glass Half Full, UE, Amber, or Zach. I think you said you're Zach. Aussie Fly, what's up, dude? Jonathan, Slumdog, Rooftop, Brian, Neon, Ace, DJ, Gia, Yellow, Sam, what's up, dude? Cam, Sabars, Max, Darkage, Brent, Raymond, Knights, Edward, Stonks, Yub. Still going through the list. Checkerboard, what's up, dude? Dragos, Azark, Simon. I'm still going through the list. Doc Airlines, Tom, World's Free Speech. What's up, Block Nose, dude? Is my nose that blocked up, bro? Hey, I'm not trying to be. What's up from Dave Down Under? What's up, Dave Down Under? I'm assuming you mean Dave from Australia. Hello, sir. Relax. What's up, dude? Christian, Ben, Aaron, Raven, Hori, Nick, J Violet, Don, Falcos, Adnot. What it do, nephew? What's up, guys? Listen, we're here today, man. Oil up, man. I told you guys I was worried about this, right? What I told you guys yesterday is I was worried about oil hitting $90 a barrel. Just the optics of oil, WTI, West Texas Intermediate, U.S. crude being over $90 a barrel. It's not good. It's not good. We're pushing back towards 100 or more escalation, honestly. And that's not a good thing. Yields are up. I'm sure rate hike odds are increasing here. Let's take a look at rate hike odds now, because rate hike odds, I'm sure, are going up at this point. Look at rate hike odds. So, what are they? Like 36% chance that we're going to get a rate hike in the next meeting, next Wednesday. So this is less than a week from now. Next Wednesday, we have the Fed meeting. 36% chance. 36. Not Mafia. 36% chance that we will raise rates in the next meeting. If we look at December here, at this point in time, we have over 90% chance we're going to have higher rates at the end of the year by December. So we'll see what happens. Thank you again, 500, for the quick donation today. You better run. You better take cover. I come from the land down under. I feel it. I can feel it. Yeah, I can feel it. Listen, I can feel it. Long oil, guys. Does anybody want to short oil today? NASDAQ is sitting right at 29,000. Let's take a look at it.
I know it was Men at Work.
Huh? What? Oh,
yeah. The band that did that song was Men at Work, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great song.
And also, everybody knows Down Under is Croatia.
Yeah, that's right. Look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ right at 29,000. We're almost at 29K. Yeah, quarter two Tesla numbers, not good. Not good at all for quarter two Tesla. Tesla already had bad PE ratios, had fears. I was wondering if we would see some rotation out of SpaceX into Tesla or out of Tesla into SpaceX. We don't really see either one. Both of them are down pretty significantly this morning, in all honesty. So SpaceX is down. Tesla is down. Again, Google down. 327s right now. It's honestly, Google's getting ready to potentially break the low of the day here. Look at Google here. 326 is the lows. We're at 327s. So Google's getting close to breaking the low from yesterday's earnings. And again, we saw some of the early Capex numbers. They didn't look bad. They were about the same. But projections for Capex during the earnings call came in, higher than expected. And I told you guys during the earnings call or during the earnings stream yesterday, that was the fears. Like, if they raise Capex again, markets are going to be concerned, especially with their free cash flow being negative. And that's what happened here. I still like Google long term. I still think it's fine. Investors don't really like Capex right now because it means worse margin short term. But long term, it should pay dividends, I think. Not literal dividends, obviously. Maybe literal dividends. But long term, it should benefit them and help their margins and benefit them and help them earn more as a company. But man, short term markets do not like high Capex right now. And, this stock is a prime example of it today. We also have Intel earnings after the closing bell. Intel's actually up, but again, look at MU. The only real winner here is memory plays because, building data centers, you need memory. And we're at 980s right now for MU, almost to 1,000. So memory's doing good. SanDisk is good. SK Hynix is good on good Kospi movement, good overnight movement there. But yeah, I think most people have kind of lost hope in Tesla, all things considered, right? Does anybody want to buy Tesla here? Honestly, I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to say yes either. I'm not doing anything with Tesla right now. I think if Tesla continues to get involved with like Optimus robots and everything going on there and robo-taxis take off, and those are two big ifs. I think robots are the future, and I think they understand this, but, it's definitely a little sketchy right now. No, everybody's like, how dare you even ask me that this morning? How dare you even ask me if I want to buy Tesla? That's the vibe I'm getting from the chat. Is that how y'all feel today, guys? Do y'all feel like the audacity of me even asking you is there? I'm buying more Tesla right now. Yeah, they got to pivot. I do. This is all obsolete when finished. The bubble is coming apart. Are we in a bubble, guys? The market thinks a little bit based off of the Capex fears. Yeah, look, I said this yesterday with Tesla. And I'm kind of neutral on Tesla anyway. But I said this yesterday. With Tesla, all right? Again, when I used to see Teslas years ago, before everybody had a freaking Tesla, I would be like, ooh, look at a Tesla. It was like you'd see one and it was kind of rare, and you'd be like, ooh, look at that thing.
It was a novelty.
That thing could smoke a Lamborghini, I would think, because it could. Now when I see one, it's just kind of like, oh, look, another Tesla. So I think the, not the gimmick, but like it's early this morning. Let me drink some coffee. I can't think of the word. The novelty is gone a little bit, I think. NASDAQ just cracked under 29K. It's at 28,995s right now. So, and again, today we have Intel. That's the next one. Intel drops today after the closing bell. Let's see what we get. But yeah, the novelty. That's right. 25% revenue growth. That isn't slowing down anytime soon. Yeah, their EPS was great. They posted $9.11 EPS for Google. So their EPS was great. I thought the numbers looked good until the earnings call and they talked about Capex. But yeah, I understand the argument regarding Tesla, but people will blindly buy Tesla back up to 450 within weeks. You think so, bro? Tesla's not a car company, it's a tech company. Lucid Grand touring all day. Yeah. I don't have a Tesla, I just don't have one. But yeah, guys. Market's scary today. Honestly, it is a scary market. We got jobless claims data in an hour. And market's a little sketch this morning. I have Wolf, CoreWeave, and Keel. Can't stand when I read these articles and they say investors are scared. Investors aren't scared. It just sounds like BS. Do we get an entry into this at the open? Into what? Yeah, for sure. What's up, Vegas? What's up, Edward? We'll see what happens here. Again, NASDAQ is not loving markets this morning. Not loving the news. They're down to under 29,000 right now. Low of, really early this morning is 28,922s for the NASDAQ. So we cracked under a big milestone level just now at 29,000. We're still dropping. We have jobless claims today. We have Intel earnings as well. But yeah, markets are nervous for sure.
I think Elon's going to pivot into flip-flops.
Yeah, pivot into flip-flops.
Yeah.
Maybe, Might be a good pivot for him. Shit, might be better. There might be better margins in flip-flops than Tesla's right now. Because Tesla margins are just not good, bro. Like, look, I'm not hating or for or anything. Like, I'm just looking at the company objectively. If you look at Tesla EPS margins here, right, they're not good at all. Like, here's Tesla's EPS graph. And so for a company with the revenue that Tesla has, right, like putting in 13 cents a share or whatever, 13 cents, 24 cents a share, 40 cents a share EPS, dude, when you're bringing in, what's Tesla's revenue? Yeah, when you're bringing in 30 million or 30 billion a quarter. Yeah. And I mean, cars aren't the most margin friendly things, but yeah, margins are just not good. What's up, Falco? I was going to buy a McLaren, but the novelty is worn off. It's too pedestrian for me.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. I was going to buy a Bugatti, but
honestly, I always wanted for those cars. Remember the Lotus Elises?
Yeah. I had a picture, I had a poster on my wall of one of them.
I wanted one of those. They were like 40 grand. They did a 12.5 second quarter mile off the lot,
which was fast at the time.
It was really fast, but it was fast because it was such a light car. It was only like 18 or 1900 pounds, and because of that, it could get those numbers out of I think it had a Type R motor in it. Was what it had.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Those are cool. And I understand what you're saying, Falco, regarding novelty and all that stuff. Like, I get it. But I think Tesla is a different company than McLaren. McLaren is super high ticket. Tesla is not really. Like a McLaren, you want to buy a new McLaren, what is it, like 200 grand?
Back in the day, it was $250,000. I don't know what it is now.
Yeah, it might be more than that. I think you could probably get a cheap McLaren. I've actually looked at them. You can get one with like relatively low miles for like 140, 150. But the point is, look, Tesla is a different car company than McLaren. Tesla's trying to sell to the everyday person. And so it's just a different car company than McLaren. I'd buy a McLaren all day, but yeah. Tesla isn't just a car company. Oh, I know it is tech. It's FSD. It's robots now. It's robo taxi now. I understand. And again, maybe Tesla long term. That's what I said earlier. Maybe long term they're going to be okay. But I think they have to pivot away from the cars at this point in time. I think they need to. They kind of have to pivot away from cars, and they've kind of talked about it a lot anyway. So I don't know if cars are still Elon's baby anymore in that regard. I think they're pivoting to other stuff.
I think he just used that as a break-in, basically.
Maybe, or maybe he did it and then saw the writing on the wall regarding margins and sales. Although they Tesla deliveries were higher than expected, but I think markets are just not believing it at this point. Nasdaq continues to break down though, so a big breaking point today leading into jobless claims is this 28,922 level. It's the low of the session. It's the low of the Asian session. It is the low of the day. We'll see what happens here for the Nasdaq, but we're getting pretty close to that now. We get a little bounce up to 29K. I might short the Nasdaq here because it looks weak right now. We have jobless claims, unemployment at 830, but yeah. Yeah, and also BYD is becoming the largest EV maker in the world. They produce more vehicles, sold more vehicles, delivered more vehicles than Tesla did this last quarter. So they've pivoted. This is all about oil. I mean, some of it is about oil for sure. I mean, oil over $90 a barrel is not good, and it's almost at 91s right now. So like, this is just oil on the day right now. Look at oil here, guys. So oil is all the way over 90 here. All the way over 90. Definitely not good.
No. 12.5 second quarter. You guys didn't grow up in the 60s? No, of course we didn't.
No, I didn't grow up in the 60s. 60s sound cool though, but
yeah, I would have liked to have experienced the 60s and the 70s for that matter.
Yeah, look, Nasdaq oil keeps jumping over highs. Nasdaq keeps falling. Look at the NQ drop. Okay, this is not a small candle right now. Let's see if something's going on. Volume just surged up a little bit as well. Let me see if there's news.
I don't see any, but
I see 10 minutes ago, the Iranian foreign minister said there are enough mediators and there's no problem in exchanging messages with the U.S. Okay, so I see that. But nothing on the tape yet. But look at that candle. I mean, maybe it's just market's getting nervous here. Is oil jumping up simultaneously? The Nasdaq, it could also just be... All right, so yeah, oil jumped up kind of simultaneously. Let's see if other stocks are reacting. Alphabet, again, Google right at the lows of the day. Tesla, breaking lows of the day under 350s. And so, yeah, markets are scared right now, man. They're falling here for sure. I would have shorted it if we've gotten like a jump, like a pop to short it. We also have the ECB policy announcement. So the ECB rate decision. They're expected to hold rates steady. We did have NASDAQ earnings and more this morning. But, yeah, so U.S. Secretary of State Rubio said Iran was intending to double missile stockpile and that it looked like they are not ready to make a deal. He added that the price on them will get higher every night until they come to their senses, but Iran is begging to reach a deal. CENTCOM said the U.S. completed the 12th night of strikes again. A senior U.S. official said negotiations continue, but the decisive moment for expanding hostilities is rapidly approaching. We also had news of like noise and strikes heard overseas, so we'll see what happens here. But yeah, that's why oil. Qatar Energy has extended force majeure on LNG supplies to some Asian buyers. Company also leased some LNG tankers through mid-October, according to sources. But yeah, it's just more. So Iranian president and Iraqi prime minister held bilateral talks discussing new areas of cooperation and pledging to deepen strategic ties. Outside of that, I mean, it's just business as usual in terms of what we're seeing this morning.
You also have recent threats by Yemen's Houthis to impose a maritime blockade on Saudi Arabia pose a direct threat to regional stability and constitute a dangerous escalation.
Yeah,
so, I mean, like if oil can't get out of Saudi Arabia, I mean, we're in trouble.
Yeah, for sure. And the Nasdaq did just break, or it touched lows of the day. I would have shorted a bounce to 29K. We just got a really big red candle. Look at that red candle. And look, we're right at that low level I just talked about here. So we are under 29,000. I don't like these market conditions, if I'm being completely honest. I do not like these market conditions. What do I mean by that? You're like, hey, John, what do you mean by that? What I mean is that we're kind of looking like we are. Let me think of the most delicate way to put this. I've never been a big like correction or crash pusher. I've never been a big bear market pusher. I think most of the time the market trends up. But I think, the conditions that are forming right now make me nervous, is what I'm trying to say. The NASDAQ did just break lows of the day. We're at 28,918. And so, again, the conditions forming around markets right now are making me nervous. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. Are you guys nervous as well? Because markets are nervous about AI overvaluations. But I don't like these conditions here. I don't like oil being where it's at now. I don't like the NASDAQ pulling back this much. I don't like the tech movement we're seeing. I don't like the earnings reactions we're seeing at this point in time. Again, I'm not saying anything's going to happen because you never freaking know. And sometimes we just, huge bull rally after stuff like this. But just be careful right now in markets, guys. Be careful. Market is full of margin calls coming. RTX is working with the U.S. Department of War to convert previously signed framework agreements into contracts. Contracts are aimed at increasing production of critical munitions. Yeah, yields are up. 10-year Treasury at 4.7%. 2-year Treasuries very elevated as well. What are 2 years right now? We looked at them earlier. 2 years 4.3s, which is high for 2 years. Did you not like it when it was at all-time highs overbought too? I mean, do I like buying all-time highs? No, not really. I usually like, if you guys know me and my investing and trading style, I usually like buying dips. I like buying pullbacks. So, long term, I think buying these dips is still probably fine. But look at oil. Oil is over 91s right now. Oh, dude, I wish I would have gotten at least a little bounce here at 29,000 to play into. But yeah, look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is right at the lows of the day. Markets are scared. Capex fears are here. Are memory stocks moving up is the question. No, memory stocks are even starting to come down here as well. Gold, if we take a look at gold, look at gold. Gold's dumping too here. Gold is at 4,079 on higher yields, so it's kind of pivoting back to like gold being scared of higher yields dynamic here is what we're seeing, but it's a little scary right now. Gold is bottom, it can't go any lower. Dude, it can always go lower. Yeah, Bitcoin, if we take a look at Bitcoin here today, guys, Bitcoin's sitting at 65,528. Bitcoin, Bitcoin's holding up better than, I would think it would, but it's still down. Why don't you go long on oil? Because I think that's one of the most variance-heavy trades we could get in. I mean, look, you could speculate and say, hey, well, the strait has been closed for X amount of time, and hey, regardless of whether we start to have more harmony, I think oil is going to continue going up. And I don't even necessarily hate that thesis. I just think that there's a lot of variance there. Because I think oil is going to react immediately to like news of harmony or whatever. And I don't know if we're going to get news like that, but I'm just kind of putting it out there. That's one of the risks here, I think. The dollar index with high yields is going to be up today, I'm assuming here. Yeah, the dollar index is ripping up. It's at 101s. Like higher yields is going to push the Dixie higher. Correction is good. Nothing goes straight up. Yeah, I mean, if we look at the NASDAQ percentages here, and again, NASDAQ is sitting right at lows right now. NASDAQ all-time highs are at what? Let me get rid of some of these lines. NASDAQ all-time highs just under 31,000. So on a percentage basis here, just in terms of how much we've pulled back percentage-wise, we're at 30,975. All-time highs, we are now at what, 28,930s? So the NASDAQ is now down almost 7% from all-time highs. Still not that much, like 7%, 7%. 10% is technically considered a correction, but it's a little bit more drawn out. And we generally get 10% correction every year anyway. But what about the S&P? S&P is a little bit better. It's not down that much. The Dow is pulling back a little bit, but again, not down that much. Oil, though, man, is the scary one right now. Oil, like, here's the most escalating part of the conflict right here. And we are getting right back up into that range. So we're back at 90s, 91s right now for oil. So a lot of these fears have to do with yields in oil. But again, that's also with like Google IBM, Tesla, bad earnings. Google earnings were good. They just had high capex, and markets are freaked out by high capex right now. You know, like you said, if you zoom out, it's trading within a range. No, what is NC? What's trading within a range? The Nasdaq. Yeah, it just depends on what we're looking at. Gold should find support here. We dump hard. Yeah, I mean, gold 4,000 still staring at us. I mean, 4,000 is probably a level on gold. If we look at gold, like just in terms of support and resistance, gold has bounced at 4,000 numerous times already in the last few months. 4K, 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 4K. So gold has bounced at 4,000 over and over again. It's a big whole dollar number, psychological level. People naturally kind of gravitate towards it, but sell the bouts. What's up, G-Man? What's up, Jesse? What's up, Mix? What's up, Todd? What's up, Opo? What's up, Best? What made the market red? High oil, Capex fears, Tesla dump. Yeah. Software fears simultaneously, right? We did see software bounce back a little bit today, so software honestly isn't down as much as it could be. ServiceNow is actually really green from its earnings report. IBM is red though, but they aren't down as much as they could be. But software is still scared right now, but it's not down like tech is. What's up, Jack? What's up, Ian? Good morning, LL. Who's LL? Yeah, sell the bounce. I can bet that even... Are y'all bullish or bearish today? Do y'all think this gets balled up, or are y'all still nervous? Let's do a poll here. Buy or sell the market today, guys? It's a question on the poll. Buy or sell the market today. Yields are up, though. Yields are definitely up. I assume most people are going to be bearish just based off of the morning here. What's up, Jerry? How you doing, bro? Great show, can't miss it. Thank you, brother. Hey, bullish now. Bearish. Bearish. Top of the morning, y'all. What's up, first choice? Are you bull or bear, Mr. John? I mean, I think we might have a small bounce and then dump, but I don't know. Nvidia calls buy the fear, still bullish. Remember, this market can come down so fast. Short the bounce. Look at socks. Perma bear. Maybe you mean perma bull. Looking at our poll here, I assume most people are going to say sell. And yeah, 55% of the poll says sell right now. 45% say buy. I understand the buy thesis, though. Like, whenever we drop significantly and there's a lot of fears, people tend to get, you know, really one-sided on the downside, and that sets up, like, squeezes to the upside. But the NASDAQ is looking rough right now. Look, here's the NASDAQ testing lows of the day right now. So the NASDAQ, here's lows of the day right here. We are basically at that level now. It looks like we might break it again. So NASDAQ is at lows of the day, broke the Asian session low, and we're still kind of testing that bottom.
Let me go ahead and save it and go bearish.
All right, so Brit is bearish, guys. That means the market's going up.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, you know.
Not investment advice. Not investment advice.
No, definitely not. But
yeah, maybe we'll get a dead cat bounce. We do have jobless claims today at 8:30. So yes, we do have jobless claims today at 8:30. We'll see how that affects markets anyway. But yeah, right now we got oil and Capex fears. Oil's at 90 plus. So it hit 91s. I think it's pulled back some since then. But yeah, it's at 90.78 right now for WTI crude. Brent crude is probably getting close to 100. Yeah, you can never ask AI anything, dude. AI's like, Brent's at $85 a barrel right now. No, Brent is at $98.66. $98.66. So Brent is very close to $100 a barrel. Here's Brent right here. Brent is at 98.60s a barrel. 98.60s. So, yeah. Is Brent correct? What did you say, Brent? You said bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. Don't fade Brit this time. Aren't there always Capex fears? Yeah, but they were raised again. You know, so like investors used to applaud Capex. Like they used to say, good, like, you know, we're investing into the future. Investors liked it. Right now, people are worried about overvaluations. And again, I still think Google's going to be fine. I mean, Google's Google, but people are worried about margin short term. Free cash flow is negative. That's the story. What's the difference between Brit and crude oil? I mean, there's not much of a difference between Brit and crude oil. You know, I would say they're pretty slimy, both of them. I would say, you know, they're both volatile and fluctuate. You know, yeah. I would say they're both worth about, you know, $90 a barrel right now. And so,
hey dude, if I'm in a barrel, I've got other problems. Don't worry about the price.
Yeah, I would bid like $75 a barrel for Brit. You know,
from what I've heard, that's how Jimmy Hoffa ended up in a barrel off the New Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah. Google's got to invest in the future, not just a few months. Yeah, no, 100%. Google also purchased SpaceX. Did they? The Tom Lee's prediction of a big pullback across growth stocks is playing out to be true. I mean, I think it's probably time to pull back. We've had a wild 5-year period. Like, just to clarify, like the last big correction, like April last year we dumped. What's that, April last year? Man, time flies when you're not having fun. Was that April last year? Was April last year? Was it 2025? I think so. So we had that big correction, but we basically got bought right back up. But yeah. Hey, thank you for the subscribe, my friend. I didn't see who it was, but thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the subscribe. I knew you would subscribe, and I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Yeah. Brit is slimier than crude. That's definitely true.
Dude, I'm not gonna put up with this degradation.
It wasn't me, it was the chat. You know, I just kind of piggybacked off of the chat there, Britt. You know, it wasn't, I didn't mean it. It wasn't my intention, you know.
I heard you call me slimy.
I mean, I definitely called you slimy.
I'm one of the least slimy people you know.
Definitely the least slimy person. Sniffing for buys in this shit show, but nothing is a must right now. Accumulating a few of my usual longs. We dumped in March. Bank of Japan interest rate drama, yeah. That's been going on now, dude, for freaking a while. Union Pacific just dropped earnings. I'll put these numbers up in chat, but Union Pacific did just release their numbers here. Here's the numbers right here. There's the numbers for Union Pacific. See, look, the chat loves you, Britt. You're their leader, I think. Britt, the chat loves you.
Oh, yeah? Well, I appreciate it. I'm not gonna say I love you guys. It's a little too soon, but I care deeply. You know.
That's right. Yeah.
I can't commit. You know, I don't want to get hurt.
No, that's true. I believe that. You know, and the chat would hurt you. You know, I just feel it.
It would.
Who's Kent?
Sorry, Chad. I can't invest emotionally yet. Just not ready.
The setup is perfect to go long. We are bouncing at the low of the day here on the NASDAQ. We're at 28,900s. I put 50K in a short on Nvidia, so you're jumping in with Michael Burry. That's all right.
Brit or Brent. It depends on if you're talking about me or oil.
Yeah. Brit's the runaway bride. Yeah, he is.
Totally am. I look just like Julia Roberts, don't I?
Yeah, you do. All right, oil coming down a little bit, but not anything that I think is gonna, you know, save markets. Oil down from 91s though to 90.5s here. So oil's dropping. Google say we hold 94 billion in SpaceX shares after the IPO. You know, yeah. So we did get this news here. Interesting. 94 billion SpaceX shares. Or 94 billion in SpaceX shares, just to clarify. Not 94 billion. That would be a position. Yeah, I would assume maybe we'd see a little jump in SpaceX from this news, but not quite. Yeah. Any predictions? And what? Yeah, John, I'm here south of you in League City with you since 2020. Looks like we may have dodged the storm. Bro, I'm hoping, dude. I hope that hurricane doesn't, like, turn and, you know. It was supposed to hit. The NASDAQ did just jump a little bit, though. Look at the NQ We did just jump a little bit. We kind of got slammed right back down, though. But look at the NASDAQ jump here. Oh, I have no idea what claims are going to be, bro. No idea. What's up, Sam? Yeah, NASDAQ did just jump. I'm looking at the news here. I don't see anything really. Yeah, I don't see anything really. Watching 29,000 on the NASDAQ. Do y'all see any news? I don't see anything. I see the US dollar, Japanese yen knee jerks lower from 163.5s to 163.3s before pairing some of the moves to 163.48 as treasury yields continue going up.
Oh, Trump tweeted.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay, he says... Okay, he did tweet. Yeah, so... The president said, quote, the civil nuclear deal, there will be no enrichment of material, in parentheses, made between the U.S. Department of Energy and Saudi Arabia, which pertains only to non-military use, such as the ones that Iran and UAE and others already have, will be approved, but is totally subject to Saudi Arabia joining the very respected and successful Abraham Accords. The U.S. is not opposed to civil, non-enriched nuclear facilities. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Yeah, so maybe that moved it a little bit, but... I think algorithms maybe initially reacted there in that context, but that's what the tweet just was. Yeah. I mean...
I think you should use Bruce Nolan's sign off. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Oh, yeah. You know, great movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
I use it a couple times in my household. You know, I would say I use it that quote in my household like once a month, maybe like once every like 2 months. You know, like my daughter will be upset about something. She'll be like, you know, my son will be like, I want to play games. And I'm like, no, you can't play games. You already played games today. And he's like, but that's not fair. And so I'll hit him with.
And that's the way.
That's how the cookie crumbles. You know, deal with it, basically. I also hit him with, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find. You know, you get what you need. Yeah, I hit him with that one too, a lot. I think every parent probably does. You know. Anyways,
every parent knows the Rolling Stones.
Yeah,
I think I can hear it.
Yeah, that ain't happening. SPY going to 760. Yeah, I don't know. I'm tempted to short this. I genuinely am tempted to short this. Maybe I will short it. You know what? I'm gonna get in a short here, and I'll tell you where my stop loss is gonna be. It's gonna be very small, but my stop loss here in the NASDAQ. We're going to have about a 1-to-1 ratio at 987. It's going to be my stop loss here. But a very small trade. But we're going to get in at 987. Or we're going to get in around 950s, use 987 as a risk level. Although the market is moving, the range is large on the day. I just want to see if we keep going down, testing those lows here. We have about 35 minutes until jobless claims unemployment comes out. Hey, shout out to Josh P. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you, man.
Sure, you guys aren't Gen X? Yeah, I'm sure.
What did he say?
But are you sure you guys, you two aren't Gen X?
Oh no, I'm definitely not Gen X.
No, I'm
a millennial, bro. Of course,
about 11 years. I think we're about 11 years away from being Gen X. I don't exactly remember when the last year for Gen X was, but
yeah, I'm definitely not Gen X. Gen X is cool. You know, Gen X is cool. I like Gen X, but you know, but I'm definitely not Gen X. I'm a millennial.
We just know a lot of stuff. A lot of pop culture references.
Yeah.
Especially me. I'm way better than John.
This is also considered an advanced trading channel. Yeah. Who are you talking to? Nobody. It's just me here. What are you talking about?
You're imagining things. This is John too.
Yeah, that's right.
John too, Electric Boogaloo, you know.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys, let's see if we crack lows again. I did a poll earlier. 51% saying sell the market today. 49% saying buy the market. I'm surprised we have that many people saying buy the market right now. Buys. People who voted buy in the chat. What's your thesis on this? You think we get a dead cat bounce? A dead cat bounce short term? Yeah, if you're born, you know, below or under 1995, before 1995, you're a boomer anyway, basically. But this not with these new generations, they don't care. You know, some of them might not even know what boomer is.
They paint with a very broad brush, I've noticed.
Yeah, we're all unks and boomers. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Disrespectful. Yeah, I admired and respected my elders growing up, but that's just me.
Fear's the exactly right time to buy. Always be buying. Maybe, yeah.
Never stop, never stopping.
Boomers, we are united. It sounds like an 80s song. What's the song with MJ and
Michael Jordan.
where everybody held hands to try to,
Are you talking about? Oh shoot!
They had Bruce Springsteen in there. They had Bob Dylan. They had
Talking about hands across America.
yeah, Hands Across America. That's what that sounds like. Boomers across America is what we're gonna do.
I don't resent being called a boomer, but I do resent like
yeah. We are the world. Everybody, look at everybody,
yeah.
bro. Everybody's like, no. It is we are the world.
And like I said, I don't resent being called boomer, but I do resent the disrespect with which the name or title boomer is uttered. Honestly,
yeah. I mean,
not from everybody. You can tell when somebody means it in a bad way,
yeah,
or not. But like, I just feel like boomers get a bad rap. That's all.
I just put the Dow up. All right, so we should hear from them anytime now. Dow is sitting at 52,000. How much is the Dow down from highs? Dow all-time highs 53,656. And let's see where we're at. Let me do this. I also need to find this because
You resent being called the silent generation. Nobody's ever called me that. So I don't know.
I'm definitely not the silent. Yeah.
No.
All right, guys. So 52 150s is where we're at now. The Dow was only down 3% from all-time highs. So this is mostly consolidated to tech. Hey, what's up, Goose? How you doing, brother? 8 a.m. incoming. Yeah, so here's 8 a.m.
Jesus.
What?
Nothing. Just one of the comments.
Oh. Yeah. We are the world. We are the children.
Yeah, I can't remember any of the song. I just remember that it was a song.
I remember Bruce Springsteen freaking, did that. He did that. Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember Al Bundy stooping it, singing
Yeah.
We Are the Old.
Yeah, now I got it stuck in my head, bro. I don't know what I've done today. But look at the NASDAQ start to turn back down here. Yeah, the president tweeted again about a civil nuclear deal. We're very close to lows. Jobless claims data drops in 29 minutes. Yeah, that's right, basketball. Hey, what's up, CB? I miss the Birds.
Yeah, they were a good band, but they broke up.
Yeah. Red Knight, Green Day, same pattern repeating for the last 6 months. Yeah, maybe we do see that. Again, I think there's a chance we bounce today. I think the market kind of needs to bounce. Like, yeah, Capex was bad. Free cash flow was negative. But I think we could see some dead cat bounce scenarios today. Maybe not a dead cat bounce, but like, I think Google might rebound. But the market in general, we'll see. 10-year in oil is not a good mix at these levels. Yeah, I mean, but 10 years elevated and 2 years elevated, yields are up. I mean, it makes sense. Oil's $90+ a barrel right now. And so the odds of a rate hike have gone up dramatically. There's like a 36% chance that we raise rates next Wednesday in less than a week. And so markets are just nervous and pricing that in. I don't know if jobless claims are going to be bad, really. We do have claims data today. I'll put a timer up for that at the bottom. But we do have claims data today. And so we'll see what happens on that front. But the bigger story, I think, outside of claims, I mean, claims might, influence rates and stuff like that. But, and there's the timer for claims. But it's a scared market right now. Most things are down. NASDAQ down. Gold down. Tech is down. Memory is green. Because, I mean, with more data centers, you need memory. So memory plays are green. The tech sector as a whole is nervous, though. Like, Meta's down. Obviously, Tesla's down. 340s. SpaceX is down. Actually, Spacex is actually technically green on the day, but it's down yesterday. SK Hynix is up, memory. Kospi did good, I think, overnight. AMD, if you look at it, is slightly red. Netflix. And Netflix did so good yesterday and then gave it all back at the second half of the day. Microsoft under 380s. I mean, even if we're in the wake of a broad pullback, I still don't hate some of these stocks up here. You know, Nvidia's back to 210, so that's good. We bought Nvidia a couple weeks ago. More Nvidia, so we'll see what happens there. But this is a trader's market, and we definitely got volatility today for sure. You know, we got movement for sure.
British John's Tyler Durden.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think you're there, Britt, but you're not. It's like a beautiful mind. And I would say my mind is beautiful. You know, you're like my, what's his name? Whatever the British guy's name is in a beautiful
Paul
mind.
Bettany. I was going to say I look just like Paul Bettany.
Yeah, that's you. That's you, you know?
Yeah. I'll take it. He's a great actor, you know? But realistically, I think we're looking at more of like a prestige type situation where like you have an identical twin, but nobody knows it until the end of the movie.
Yeah. That's right. Britt looks just like me. That's right. I'm scalping everything.
Tesla's I'm actually the guy in the World War I uniform on the wall.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's you. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. All right. I don't know what to expect. Capex is great for the economy. Not sure why investors are fearful of this, because it reduces the free cash flow short term, and they want, you know, investors are fickle. They want good returns short term. They want, you know, stability short term, and that's what they're nervous about. But I mean, you got to invest in the company to make it succeed long term, and it's Google. I mean, it's going to be around. So yeah, we're sitting in this. Jobless claims data does drop in 25 minutes. It is expected today at roughly 212 is what I'm showing. Is that right? 212 jobless claims today. So it is expected lower. AI might have gotten it wrong again, dude. I'm gonna have to yell at Claude again. Jobless claims expected at 211. 211.
Better take it easy on Claude, dude. You might regret it later.
Yeah, dude. I'm yelling at him again.
Fred is a man of many hats. You're right. As long as all of those hats are fedoras and trilbies, I'm classy. You know.
Yeah. Claims are expected at 212,000 today. There's the NASDAQ dip, though. So we are seeing some pullbacks in the NQ. Very big it's not a small candle. Is oil jumping up, though, is the question? No.
Is it not jumping up?
Not short term. No, not really. NASDAQ just looking weak here. I mean, it's not a big candle. Look, just to clarify. It's not small, but it's not huge. We're just getting close to that low here. Higher claims? Higher or lower claims, guys? What do you guys think? We get higher or lower claims today in this fast-growing AI era. I'm trading like a degen. What's up, Sam? This thing's popping up today. I have strong pullbacks. I expect nothing more than this after huge gains we've already had lately. Gold, bull, or bear? Tell Claude to create a whip command and activate that. Nah, bro. Higher claims, lower, higher, 225. Higher, lower. Probably lower.
I don't know about all that, but I think you guys should do us a favor, exercise that index finger, and click the like button.
Yeah, hit the like button, guys. Hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. Buy the New York Open again. I don't know. Higher claims. Higher claims means weaker jobs. So higher claims is more people filing for unemployment. So like higher claims is weaker jobs. Higher claims means more people filing for unemployment week to week. Also, guys, I'm just going to put this out there. Apex did bring back... Apex now has, is it $59 100K no activation fee account? For Apex right now, $59. No activation fee. Wait, let me make sure this is right. That sounds pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Just for any account. Yeah.
2 reps on the finger, you know it. I've heard there's nothing as unattractive as a flabby index finger, you know?
Yeah, so legacy accounts are... are back for a limited time. 90% off evaluations. 100K intraday no activation fee account is available. $59 all in, no activation fee. That's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. You can use code BGT if you want to take advantage of it. And listen, we try to give everything to everybody for free. We don't sell a course. We don't claim to be experts. We kind of try to just be honest, cover breaking market news, cover economic data faster than everybody else. And we appreciate it. If you want to help support the channel, use our code on Apex right now. I get a $59 100K no activation fee account. Here it is. I'll put this link up. Use code BGT. Yeah, there's the link right there. Check it out. I'll pin it to the top of the chat. Great way to help support the channel. We appreciate you guys. My name is Oil. Yeah. Sorry, Britt. I rudely interrupted you. I'm in a trade right now, though. So again, I told you guys where I shorted this and where my profit target is. I'm going to take one off here just to lock it in because we're basically right around my risk level. And so we'll see if we break down under this low level here, but we have one contract left. We've already made money here.
You guys understand that higher equals less jobs, right? Not more. Not honestly, dude. I'm pretty sure it's like golf. You know, where the higher number is.
Yeah, that's. I just said higher is weaker for jobs.
Yeah.
Higher means more people filing for unemployment. So higher claims is bad for jobs.
Yeah.
Lower claims is good for jobs. Yeah, that's right. Let's see if we hold down here though. All right, we're at 925s. Oh, you guys equals chat, not you, John. Okay, got you. Yeah. I would hope I understand it, Pew, at this point in time. You know, if I didn't understand it at this point, you know,
yeah,
that'd be slacking. All right, guys. Again, jobless claims data coming out.
I don't know. I was just taking the opportunity to mention golf, Pew, just because that's what this show is really about, is golf. Everybody knows that.
Secretly, it is about golf. You know, we talk about golf all the time.
It's all allegories, you know?
Yeah. What's the legacy account? It's 100K, you know. All right. Is this marching band music? Is it? I don't know. Stephanie, are you Pawn's wife? Do you have another name? Is that you? I can't tell. I want to claim department. Golf makes me sleepy. Bro, I try to play golf. I played baseball too much. Right? To a point where I try to go swing a golf club, dude. Bro, I'm swinging. I'm going to get out of here slightly green on the trade. But when I go hit a golf club, when I go hit a golf ball, dude, I'm swinging that thing like I'm Babe Ruth. All right? Like, I am freaking... And every time I do it, people correct me. They're like, hey, bro, you know, you need to keep your arms straight. Because I'm, like, bending my arms, like, trying to freaking, you know, hit a home run. That's my issue with golf. Is I baseball.
I grew up playing golf, baseball, and soccer. And, I didn't play, like a team or anything in golf. And those are a thing before anybody says anything. But I played basically my whole childhood. My dad used to check me out of school sometimes just to play golf.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
I
went playing golf with you one time, Britt. I was not good.
None of us were good. It was like 98 degrees with a heat index of 112.
Yeah, that was miserable, bro. I remember going to play that day, dude. I was freaking miserable, dude. Like, I would hit a golf ball, it would go. I would think I'm hitting it straight. It would go to the right, and then I would lose it, and then everybody's mad, and we got to go find it. It was just not a good day. Not a good day.
It was you, me, my dad, and I think Tyler. I'm not sure, but I just remember I just remember the three of us being like, you know what, I'm done, and just sitting in the golf cart. My dad lasted longer than us, and he was like 50. No.
Well, to be fair, he should have. I was like 18, you know, so like, and I had never played golf before.
No, I'm just talking about enduring the heat. There's no way he should have lasted longer than a bunch of 19-year-olds.
Yeah. Anyways, NASDAQ up there. Okay, so that's not. No, you're good, dude. I just pivot back to markets because, you know, that's my job here. I'm like the. Yeah.
Well, I know. I mean, we go off on these kind of long segues or tangents or whatever, and they're fun, but.
Yeah.
But when there's not a whole lot happening yet, you know.
Like every time I play. Yeah, no, you're good. Again, NASDAQ just down to lows here. Somebody's like, hey, John, why are you shorting these lows? Dude, I shorted literally right here, bro. Around here. I told you guys my risk level was up here. My reward target was down here. I'm shorting this range, you know. This is the range I'm shorting. Why? Because I think downward pressure mixed with, you know, everything else I think it becomes likely that we're going to at least test this. I don't know if we're going to break this and dump down. We could, but I think we're going to at least test this, which we have already. And I made money on the trade. Yeah, markets are nervous right now, dude. Are y'all bullish or bearish here? We got jobless claim numbers in about 15 minutes. Are y'all bull or bear? Again, big sell-offs after the open yesterday. Google, during their earnings call, announced... What was it? What was the new Capex for Google? It was now 195 to 205 billion Capex increased. From, what was it? I'm trying to think of what was it before. I think it was like 190 before, 185 or 190. It's now 195 to 200 plus Capex. That's basically making markets nervous. Tesla just had bad numbers all around. Oil continues to spike back up here. So oil's back up to 90.96 here. Bearish today, oil spiking.
Was a bearish. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do.
Fuzzy also had no hair.
I'm gonna do a poll here. Higher or lower jobless claims today? Yeah, so we have unemployment claims, higher or lower claims today. Vote on the poll. Oil's almost back up to 91. So oil's jumping up. Hey, thank you for the subscribe, my friend. Thank you, brother. I see Kuwait saying damage from drone attack on border crossing with Iraq. Maybe that's making markets nervous. We had some small earnings today. I see China's security regulator says it will take steps to prevent and resolve default risks associated with financing platforms and real estate related bonds, according to a statement. T-Mobile says it will increase device subsidies despite expected smartphone price increases, meaning customers will likely pay more heading into the holiday season. Again, oil's still jumping. Gold is falling. The NASDAQ is falling. Oil is jumping up to almost $91 a barrel again here. Here's gold. You can see gold continuing to fall here. It's down to 4,083. So you can see the NASDAQ continuing to fall. It broke lows and then ripped back up. And this is why I don't ever short the low break here. ECB did do their statement just now. So ECB did keep rates steady. So all key rates left unchanged as expected regarding the ECB. So that data did just come out. The ECB did pause as expected today regarding the ECB rate decision here. So, again, the ECB did pause rates as expected today. So we'll see what we get, but they did pause rates steady. I'll put that data up in the chat. There you go. All right, so that data is up on screen here. Jobless claims releases in 14 minutes. I like Google long term. I think short term, obviously markets are scared of Capex and overvaluations and data center spending. But long term, I think they're still going to be fine. Short term, who knows though? But long term, I think they're still going to be fine. I like Google long term. And when I say long term, I mean like a decade plus. I think you have to look at investing in that lens. But all right, guys. But yeah, let's see what we get, dude. I don't know how much jobless claims is really going to affect things, to be honest. So I don't know how much jobless claims are going to expect things. Oil just jumped here, guys. Look at this. Oil just ripped up to 91.20s here, 91.30s here, almost 91.40s. So oil is spiking up right now as well here, guys. Yeah, oil jumping up. CL futures at 91.12. Did we get some news just now? Aside from ECB thing.
I was about to say I see a bunch of ECB stuff, but that's about it so far.
The president tweeted.
Again?
Yes.
Jesus.
He said a year ago the United States hit very powerfully the Houthis for their interference with commerce and trade. Since that time and during our conflict, they have acted very responsibly. Unfortunately, now they're starting up again. Please let this truth serve to represent that if they do it again, the U.S. will hold them. Iran is responsible and that they are surrogate or proxy of Iran. Yeah, so kind of more escalation here. Oil's at 91 plus a barrel right now. I'm disappointed within that they have until now acted very professionally and smart. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So yeah, it's another tweet. Man, a tweet market here, guys. Gold just broke not lows of the day, but close. Oil jumped up to over 90s. It's back under 91s right now, though. And the Nasdaq here did crack lows. We're at 28,904 right now on the NQ. So let's see what we get, but man.
Very small thing, and honestly, I'm not being petty or anything, but for whatever reason, it just irks me. I wish he'd stop using that same sign-off every time. It bothers me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, oil past 90. I told you guys yesterday I didn't like oil over 90. I really don't. Like, oil over 90 is sketchy. You know? I didn't say Google will rebound. I might have said I think it will long-term, and I think it will long-term. Short term, I have no idea what it's going to do. Not investment advice. I have no idea what it might do. You know, nobody freaking does, really. But I think it should rebound long term. Short term, who knows? Google's been breaking all-time highs, hasn't it? Oil's going to 150 soon? I don't think so. Where does oil top out at, you guys? What do you guys think? Where does oil top out at? Jobless claims releases in 10 minutes. Nasdaq still cracking down here. Down to 28,890s. Serpent, where you are in chat, bro? You're looking awfully quiet now, bro. You were making fun of me for shorting up here, dude. Now it's crickets. It's silence in the chat. I hear nothing from you, sir. You know? I guess what I expect to hear is, man, John was right about that short, man. John was right about the market going down more, man. You know? I don't know how he knew that. He's the greatest ever. That's what I expect. I expect that.
Well, you should have to say what my dad always made me say growing up. You were right and I was wrong and I'm sorry. You know?
Yeah, that's right. So $93 a barrel, they think it'll top out at 125. 92s, 105s, 100s, 110s, WTI 120. Yeah, I mean, obviously if WTI gets to 120, it's bad. Look at the Nasdaq though. It's under 28.9s. Oil's over 90. Nasdaq continues to fall here. Jobless claims release in 9 minutes. Nasdaq down. S&P 500 down. Again, tech falling, cracking lows consistently. Tesla down. IBM down. Yeah, basically all of tech is dropping. Even Nvidia is testing the lows of the day. Nvidia's down to 209s. So the whole market's kind of falling down this morning here, guys. Y'all be careful today. Again, we got 9 minutes until jobless claims. Y'all just be careful. The whole market's kind of fading here, to be honest. Top 3 oil predictor of all time. Dude, I'm definitely not the top 3. I have no freaking idea what oil's going to do. What does it mean if jobless claims come in lower? It means less people filed for unemployment is stronger for jobs. Yeah, join the Discord. There's the Discord link. What's up, artist? Short everything. I mean, everything's falling right now. I'm not telling you to short. You know, sometimes better to be fearful when others are greedy and, you know, greedy when others are fearful. Again, I'll ask this question again. Was Burry correct? Yes or no in chat right now. Was Burry correct?
Did you just make that up, John?
Yeah, that quote is from me. It's not from who was it? Was it Rockefeller who said that? Or was it Buffett?
I believe it was John, you know.
Yeah, I'm just going to say John at Beginner Trading said that.
Such a witticism could only have come from John.
Right, I believe that, for sure. Burry is right, short everything. Is Burry correct? Correct, is Warren Buffett. Yeah. Yeah, is Burry right, guys? Let me know. Again, Burry shorting AMAT, shorting Caterpillar, shorting MU, shorting Tesla, shorting Nvidia, shorting Sox. Shorting AMAT, Caterpillar, Nvidia, MU, Sox. There's one more maybe I'm missing. I can't remember. I think he's green in almost everything. The only one he's red in is Nvidia right now, I think.
Hey, Boomdoc. What's up?
He's always wrong. Yes, he is correct. Burry always correct. Definitely not always correct.
No.
Yeah.
It was Orville Redenbacher, the popcorn magnate.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I always like the term magnate.
Yeah. It's better to be greedy when others eat popcorn and eat popcorn when others are greedy.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what he said, I think. He probably closed the shorts, maybe. NASDAQ still testing lows here, guys. We got 6.5 minutes left. 6.5 minutes. Depends on Burry's time frame. I mean, short term, he's right about everything except for NVIDIA. NVIDIA entry is like 198. It's at 209, so he's down on that one. But everything else, I'm pretty sure he's green on. AMAT is down. SOX is down. Caterpillar's down. Although Caterpillar's not dropping like everything else here. You know, Caterpillar's been on a huge tear because Caterpillar obviously produces they produce construction equipment, and with building so many data centers, you know, people have speculated that hey, you might need Caterpillar for that. You might need construction machines. Yeah, whoever subscribed, thank you. I knew you would. Yeah. I don't know who you are. What was their name? Britt. Did you catch
I don't know. I don't know. I just caught the subscription thing out the corner of my eye.
All right.
I was just trying
to money.
Be grateful, you know.
Yeah, no, I feel you, bro. I feel you, dude.
And also, does anybody have an idea how many data centers are under construction, specifically in the U.S. right now?
I'll have to look it up. But look at the NASDAQ, guys. It just cracked lows. It's at 28,861s. 28,861s here in the NQ. NVIDIA's going to crash within 12 days. I made sweet money shorting SanDisk. What about Inverse Kramer? What about it?
Sweet he was not... irony.
Yeah. Are you shorting this? I mean, I was earlier. I made money, but I got out. I should have held.
Yeah, I got to backtrack just a little bit, John. I got to say, like, I don't really like Orville Redenbacher. I don't trust Big Popcorn, dude. You know?
Yeah. No, I mean, they're not trustworthy. Illinois is one of those leaders in data centers. What the president said. The president basically criticized the Houthis. And, you know, it just made markets even more nervous here. Again, what we have is like full-blown escalation now. We're back to it. You know, in the last 12 days, it's been consecutive day after day strikes. Oil's jumping up to $90+ a barrel, almost back up to 91s. Capex fears and tech are here as well. NASDAQ's consistently cracking lows here today. You know, it already reacted negatively last night to the tech earnings that dropped. Today, we have Intel after the closing bell. Today, we got 4.5 minutes until jobless claims numbers come out. And yeah, markets are just freaking nervous right now. Yeah. Gold dipping. Yeah, gold's down because the yields are up, because of high oil, right? Oil pushing yields higher, making gold drop. It's back to kind of fearing high yield gold. We had some turn in that dynamic, but now gold's back to being scared of high yields. Markets going risk off, essentially, is what this means. They're markets buying yielding assets now versus non-yielding assets like gold. And so gold's down on the day as well. From you know, it's still over 4K though, but the NASDAQ is just consistently breaking lows today. Now we got jobless claims in 3.5 minutes here. 3.5 minutes for jobless claims. Again, give me your last minute predictions here. I did a poll. 58% think higher, 42% think lower in the poll. And again, we'll see what we get. But look at the NASDAQ consistently fall. 28,865s. Yeah. Yeah, the kind of market I like to buy just after the dip. I'm feeling a bit bullish, to be honest. Hey, good luck. Yeah, good luck, team. Yeah, give me your last predictions. Jobless claims again today expected at 212,000. Prior was like, what, 215s for jobless claims? Let me fix this bottom banner here. There we go. Wait. Okay, let me fix it. Yeah. Again, 212 expected, roughly. Don't listen to the bottom. Roughly 212 expected. Again, 2.5 minutes left. Gold's starting to bounce a little bit. The NASDAQ's starting to pop a little bit. Yeah, so basically the president said earlier that the U.S. will hold Iran responsible and that the Houthis are a surrogate and a proxy of Iran.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. again, let's see what we have here. We got the Fed meeting next week here as well. We got less than 2 minutes now until this report drops. It's expected at roughly 212,000. I'm going to get rid of this timer because the timer's just wrong. The timer's not wrong. The expectations are wrong. And so here we go, guys. We have a minute and 40 seconds left. A minute and 40 seconds.
Boy, John, where's the song at? We need cheering up.
Yeah, well, they always said it like crude has to be exported to be used. You can't process it. Yeah, SpaceX has been dumping Womble.
I want to hear that. I want to hear that one song that's been playing so much the last couple days that you love, John.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to find it later. It's too close to jobless claims. I'm not going to do it. NASDAQ down to 28,850s right now. So look at the NASDAQ just broke lows again.
Okay. It's okay. I was actually talking about the one you don't like anyway. I was kidding.
Oh, the laughing song?
No, the one you don't like. The one that the one that's not instrumental. That's been
Trinity. You know?
Yeah, there you
Trinity.
go.
Whoever she is. You know.
Follow the white rabbit, John.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. We got 50 seconds. 50 seconds.
We can do it.
Yeah, I do see that. Again, higher or lower claims, guys. Let me know.
And who thinks this is actually going to move markets?
We'll see. I mean, the market's already moving a lot. So I don't know if we're going to get good or bad data here. But again, jobless claims data drops in about 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds for jobless claims here. I am going to put it in sub-only mode. So subscribe. Show your support for the channel. We appreciate it. Jobless claims releases in 23 seconds. 23 seconds. Let's see, we get 15 seconds here for jobless claims. Jobless claims releases in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here's jobless claims. Jobless claims ended up showing up at 187,000. Way lower than expected, honestly. 187K for jobless claims.
Not what I expected.
No, not what I expected either here. And honestly, what this might do is scare markets even more. But we have jumped up a little bit on this. You know, this might push yields higher. You know, because this is stronger jobs, right? In a market that already has high yields. So I think this might push markets. It could push markets lower. Again, the last numbers for jobless claims were also revised to 209,000. So a little bit higher last time. But they should have been 187,000 today. Very low jobless claims number. Very low jobless claims number. And again, NASDAQ did just crack lows on this. I think the market might freak out on this report. Why? Because I think it pushes yields higher here, guys. This is going to push yields higher. It's a big beat for claims, too. It's stronger for jobs. But I genuinely think the market's not going to like this. I'll put this up on screen. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong. But is this bullish or bearish? 187,000 versus 212 expected here. Here's the data on screen right here. But I think the market might not like it. Hey, thank you, Kev, for the subscribe, my friend. We'll see, though. Again, I have no idea what's going to happen. Again, gold is falling down because this is going to push yields higher. So, like, look, gold down to 4,072 right here. So,
thanks for the subscribe, Kev H.
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume that that's Kevin Hart tuning in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably it. That's him, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, jobless claims are out. They showed up at 187, which is much stronger for jobs. But the net effect of this is going to be yields go up, right?
What's the expected number? I'm sorry.
212, roughly.
Okay.
Like, it depends on who you're looking at, but 212 is roughly what's expected. This should push yields higher. And yeah, look at the yield, jump. So yields jumped up a little bit on this, as they probably should. Gold breaking lows, gold breaking lows of the day again on this news. But who knows, man? We could rebound. Sometimes the first move is the wrong move. NASDAQ does not like it, though. So far, at least. Still breaking lows. Still testing lows. Just broke lows again on the NASDAQ. This is, again, going to push yields higher. Stronger economic data means more people working, more people spending, more inflation fears, higher yields, potentially. Higher outlook for rates. Less green light to cut interest rates. Although this is just jobless claims. The real data is going to be in the jobs report. But yeah. Interesting data for sure.
Yep, I agree.
I don't know if it's good news or not. I think you might think it's good news, but hey, thank you for the subscribe, guys. I appreciate it. Why are yields higher on this report? Because yields go up with higher interest rate sentiment. What makes the Fed more likely to lower rates? Weak economics, weak jobs, higher unemployment, weak GDP. all that stuff, right? So stimulating the economy becomes the priority with weaker jobs. So we get lower interest rate sentiment, lower yields, so forth and so on, right? With stronger jobs, we have less of a green light to cut interest rates, and ultimately more argument for a rate hike, right? Look at the NASDAQ break lows again. So the NASDAQ just cracked lows again here. Still falling here, guys. Still falling. Gold's testing lows. NASDAQ just broke lows again. We're at 28,835s here this morning. So the NASDAQ is dumping down. We're at 28,830s here, guys. 28,830s. It's not bullish or bearish. It's a lose-lose situation. Yeah, I mean, that's... yeah, I mean, you're basically right. One end, no people, it means less people were working, which is bad. Higher unemployment, which is bad. The other end is that stronger employment means less rate cut odds, which is bad, obviously. So... we're definitely running today. People scared to buy soon. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if the odds change in the Fed watch tool here. But
U.S. 10-year Treasury at 4.7.
Yeah, it's at 4.7. NASDAQ consistently breaking lows, though. Look at this. Where's oil?
Girl.
Oil's not really that high. I think markets are just nervous about these claims numbers here to a certain extent. I mean, tech continues to break down. Tesla keeps cracking lows. IBM's down. But look at the NASDAQ fall here, man. We're continuously dropping right now.
I don't like
Some say this isn't good. Yeah, waiting for more True Social posts. Is it buy or sell the news time, guys? Buy or sell right here. Gold's starting to bounce up a little bit, but, you know, we've had multiple red candles in a row now. Is it time to buy? Yes or no? We did a poll here. Higher or lower claims today. 54% say higher. We're going to end that poll. We'll do a poll, bullish or bearish for market open. No, that's too easy. Do you want to buy? What's a good poll option? Give me some poll options, guys.
Yeah, I can't think of any good ones. I can think of a bunch of jokey ones, but
yeah, most people say buy, yes, buy. Crypto seems to be
farmer.
Yeah, I saw that. Bitcoin, USD. Yeah, Bitcoin falling down on this news too. It's worse for Bitcoin. Higher yields is bad. Look at Bitcoin right here. Bitcoin down to 65, 250s here. The Bitcoin kind of fading a little bit.
Hey, thanks for the subscribe, Hanif.
Yeah. Where to rotate to? Time to buy Success. So basically short.
John or Brit it open.
Jibbathy. Just closed by short. Big profits today. What's up, Britt?
Jimothy. No, it's okay. Like, honestly, every time somebody says Jimothy, it just makes me think of Jimothy Cricket. Like, I just wonder if, like, that's Jiminy's brother.
Yeah. Well, there's a raccoon that people are calling Jimothy now. Look at Bitcoin crack these lows. Here's the NASDAQ. NASDAQ continues to break down here, guys. Look at this. We're down to 28,817s here. 28,816s.
Yeah, that's not inflammatory at all.
Yeah. News earlier, AI hypersales. Yeah. This is a sign of bubble getting too big. All right, so here, I'm going to do a poll here. Does WTI crude close over 91 today? Look at the NASDAQ, it's still falling. Does WTI crude, look at that candle here, bro. Market's starting to really sell off this morning, dude. Look at this. Yikes.
I think it does close over
28,800, 91. Again, jobless claims, man. I don't know if this is the catalyst that's freaking markets out, but man, higher yields are freaking markets out today. I think it's a mix of everything. Like I said earlier, I don't like these market conditions, man. I'm not a big... People call me perma bull, but I think sometimes market looks a little scary. Maybe we rebound back big today, but I think the conditions that are setting up right now with oil being high, geopolitics, Capex fears, AI overvaluation fears, yield fears, rate fears. There's a lot of stuff going on that's scaring markets right now, and so just be careful, guys. Right now, I said this earlier. Since then, we have fallen down pretty big on the day. NASDAQ just broke under 28,800s. So, and it hasn't really stopped. It's been a deep sell-off today. You know, and that's after we already dropped yesterday from the earnings. So, look at the NASDAQ. Still fading. 28,800s right now. Yeah, if the 10-year reaches 5%, they strongly need to consider manufacturing a recession. Will they have enough to do it to save the dollar and service the debt? Yeah, I mean, look, it'll make inflation drop most likely. But there's risk. The only time we actually ever really get like negative inflation consistently is usually in recessions. And so I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think right now the fear is more inflation is the biggest fear. You know, and so we're gonna have stubborn interest rates for a period of time now with high oil prices, and so we'll see. I still don't think we're gonna hike next meeting, but I think like
we're getting close to the point where we might have to.
Yeah, I think you could argue it maybe potentially. I don't know. 10-year just hit 4.7. Yeah, it's close.
I think it just depends on where odds go between now and then.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rate hike odds changing. I don't see them changing too much here. They're still at 35.8% to me.
Yeah, but they might change a decent bit in a week, you know.
Thank you, Dragon. Appreciate Dragon Blaze. Thanks for the subscribe, my friend.
Thanks, Dragon.
NASDAQ. Again, just broke lows again. 28,793s.
Only Cramerica Industries can solve the energy problem. Do you know what that is? John?
I don't understand the reference now.
Okay, it's a false company that Kramer started in Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And I have to disagree.
Sorry, go ahead, dude. No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, just as a slight continuation of that, Mummel, I have to disagree with you. I think Vandelay Industries will be the savior. Art Vandelay.
Yeah. Yeah, sign me up to the karate class. I feel like I could take Kramer.
Dude,
NASDAQ,
if you still never saw that episode, you have to. It's
no, I watched it. We're at 28,780s. Well, the NASDAQ, we're consistently breaking lows here, dude. Look at these low breaks. We are dropping.
I know that's you at jiu-jitsu.
It kind of is. NASDAQ, we're at 28,779s. Bitcoin just cracked lows again, 65,091s. Gold starting to bounce back up, but the NASDAQ keeps slumping here. And again, part of this is driven by tech. Here's Google, here's Tesla, here's IBM, here's Meta, here's Microsoft, here's Nvidia. You know, so like everything's kind of starting to break down. MU is even turning down here. It's at 960s. So MU is almost going red on the day, and memory was the one sector kind of getting propped up because of data center build-outs in Capex. SanDisk is down. SK Hynix is still pretty green, but it's even starting to turn back down a little bit. NASDAQ consistently breaking lows here. So, yeah, I mean, we're falling pretty steady.
I'm wondering where it's going to meet some support.
Yeah, I don't know. The more it drops like
right.
this, the more I start to get tempted to buy. It's a risky endeavor, though. But
do it.
I might do it, bro. I think I might do it. You know, I think we've dropped enough to where there might be more edge on the upside.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
I know, dude. Listen, I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones, man.
Yeah. And that's right, Chip Dougal. That was exactly his name.
All right, so we did buy the dip here, guys. I did just jump in. We're up a very nice amount short term, so I'm going to take one off here. But we did buy this dip. We already got some profit on the day here.
Sam says NASDAQ support maybe at 28,670.
Yeah, 775 seems to be a support level here, but who knows, man. I'm not going to add to this. I'll probably just sit in it. We're already green on the day.
Just out of curiosity, Sam, what made you... I mean, I don't know, you didn't give like a hard, firm answer there necessarily, like, but what made you pick that level?
Let's talk about it. Yeah, I'm watching gold too, though. We could easily keep dropping down. I just think, like, even though the accuracy might not be like normal good accuracy, I think the reward to risk ratio on stuff like this is okay to justify it. So, like, you might win one out of every, 2 or 3 times with kind of a break even, maybe slightly worse than that accuracy rate. But I think the time it works out, we bounce back big enough to justify it. But I might be wrong. Don't copy me, not an investment professional. Also, guys, if you haven't already, again, Apex brought back 100K, $59 100K accounts on Apex. $59 100K accounts. I'll put
That's
the
a
link
good price.
up. Yeah, no activation fee for $59 all in. Code BGT. You can check it out right here. Great way to help support the channel. No PDT rule in futures. There's the link right there. So we did
And we
just crack
certainly
lows here.
appreciate. We certainly appreciate any support that you guys give us. Obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna start reducing my size here though. It's just looking too risky. We might liquidity grab up here, and luckily we took a piece of this off on the rip. But
see, we haven't had a 3% down day in a while on the SPY. Do you think today is that day?
What are we down right now on the SPY? Let me see. Percentage wise. Ooh. Not gonna show me the percentage. It does for oil. You're gonna make me calculate it the old-fashioned way, dude. I don't like that. What did the Nasdaq open? 29,165 on the down to 28,780s. Yeah, I mean we're down 1.3%. So maybe if we could keep dropping, I don't know.
Liquidity grabs is that is that Diddy's brand of baby oil?
10 years way up as well. Yeah, 10 years jumping. Again, higher claims, higher oil is bad for 10-year treasury yields.
Oh, okay, thanks for answering, Sam. I appreciate it. I was just curious.
Yeah, look, the 10-year, man. Look at this. Here's the 10-year treasuries. We're up to 4.71% right now. Look at 10-year. Still jumping up. Do you think TLT is still a good edge for a major crash, or bonds are no longer a thing these days? I don't know. TLT is what? Long-term bond prices. What do you mean by that, Goose? It depends on what you mean by that, brother. Yeah, yields are jumping. Higher claims data, higher oil prices. Two things that will make yields jump. Markets are just nervous right now, dude. It's a scary market here.
And I figured you meant value, Sam. I wasn't 100% sure, but I figured that's what you meant.
Yeah. Yeah, the Nasdaq is just freaking scary right now.
This song is Jack Sparrow's jam. Are you playing? This is the Tale of Captain Jack Sparrow by Michael Bolton.
Don't hate on my songs, you know. Don't hate.
This is the tale. Like, I love that song. Sorry, that song makes me laugh so hard every time I hear it.
Nah, you're good. I'm trying to see if rate hike odds are changing right now. Rate hike odds still at 35.8%. But weird.
It is a very lonely island, Falcos. Good reference.
Yeah. Still gotta watch Truth Social here. Interesting. This is GTA 5 loading screen song. Or GTA 4.
I know, Ranthony, I know Lonely Island did the song, but Michael Bolton sang it. I was just, I think you're kind of nitpicking me there.
Back in the old days, people used to buy bonds like TLT to hedge against the crash, but now with all the trading apps and fast trading, I feel like no one will buy TLT anymore to protect themselves. I mean, people still buy bonds. You know, bonds are guaranteed, you know. And so people like bonds. Bitcoin just cracked lows again. So, I mean, people still buy bonds. Don't get me wrong. Like, treasury bonds are still risk-off assets. Just the problem is that, honestly, I think more people might buy bonds now. TLT is down specifically because yields and prices have an inverse correlation. So
I get you, Sam. Same thing here. I don't use predictive text.
What is Umark saying?
Who?
Yields getting into danger territory. Yields going up, definitely showing fears. Yeah, I don't think Warsh is going to want to buy or raise. I don't think he wants to raise. I think he's going to do everything he can to avoid raising. So 10-year at 5% would be interesting. I mean, we might be headed there. I'm going to guess I'm going to get out of this long here. We tried to capitalize on it, but I do think we might start slowing down. But I just think the downward trajectory is steep today.
Yeah, but John, what do you know about tiny classified ads? That's what I'm getting into.
Yeah. Hey, do me a favor, guys. Join the Discord. Join the Discord.
Yeah, come hang out with us in there. You know.
Yeah, the Discord is great. NASDAQ just cracked lows again. Look at this. Still fading. 760s. So the NASDAQ did just break lows again. You can join our Discord right here. It's completely free. It doesn't cost anything. I post a morning market brief here every single morning. Detailing...
it's succinct and very informational.
Yeah, there's our Discord link right there.
Informative, sorry, is what I meant to say.
Yeah, I post it before the stream starts even. So you can kind of catch up with what the stream says. Join the Discord. We appreciate it. And, yeah. Again, we kind of break down everything. We broke down Capex. Again, 2026 Capex was raised from 180 to 190 billion to 195 to 205 billion for Google. That is pushing tech down today. Oil, again, popping high on more escalation overnight. Almost to $91 a barrel right now. Gold all the way down to 4,060s. Gold's looking scary. Bitcoin's looking scary. Tech is scared. Everything's kind of scared right now in markets, guys.
Google negative 5% rip. Is that true? I mean, I'm not doubting. I'm just curious.
Google being down 5%?
Yeah.
Let me.
I mean, I know they're down, but
let me do the math in my head. Yeah, that's about right.
Man, it's a pretty hard fall.
Yeah, oil's high, and you know.
Yeah.
World War III fears. How can we save this economy? The economy seems okay, right? Like, it's not the economy you should be worried about right now. This is not 2007, guys. Like, this is not that's not the fears right now. The economy is not what you should be worried about. What we're worried about is tech overvaluations and inflation right now.
I'm feeling a little bubbly then.
Yeah, so that's the fear. This is not like we haven't really seen deep labor market weakness in the economy. Not really. The numbers have been back and forth. I think the last NFP report was bad. But markets honestly might like a bad GDP or a bad NFP report because again, it's going to push yields down. You know, NFP coming in lower than expected is going to make yields fall, and markets might want that right now, I think. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, just be careful, guys. Be careful. Yeah, Brent crude is basically at $100 a barrel right now, just underneath it. Here's Brent crude right now. So 99.6s. So crude is up. Yields are up. 10-year at 4.7+%. 2-year yield at over 4.35%. Yields are high. Markets are scared. Tesla had really bad numbers. Rate high odds, I haven't seen them change yet, but I'm assuming they're going to. Let me see.
What?
Okay, yeah, rate hike odds went up. Okay, they finally reacted to the yield. So look, we are up to 38% chance that we're going to raise.
But were they before 35?
Yeah. So a 38% chance that we're going to raise. So we still have a 62% chance that we're going to pause next meeting. But this is next Wednesday in less than a week. 38% chance that we're going to raise rates. 62% chance that we're going to pause rates next meeting. But this is increasing here with higher claims, higher yields, higher oil, all that stuff. Or lower claims is what I mean. Higher yields, higher oil. So these are kind of fluctuating and moving some here.
Google holders will never financially recover.
No, yeah, they will.
I wouldn't say that.
Come on, dude. Yeah, they will. Come on now.
It would take a lot for Google to permanently lose or go away or whatever you want to say.
I disagree. The big variable is the price of oil, not tech. Well, it's both, honestly. And that's the problem. That's why I said I don't like these market conditions today. It's not just oil. It's tech as well. Right? Look at tech today, bro. It's not just oil. Oil's definitely a component. But tech is also scared right now of Capex and spending. So we basically have high Capex spending, fears about short-term, valuations, high oil prices influencing inflation and making people nervous about inflation, higher yields because of that, and just fearful all around. So oil has to do with it for sure, but it's also you got to look at the tech component as well. You got to look at like tech, software. Everything's kind of nervous right now.
So just out of curiosity, is the big variable the sequel to The Big Short?
Yeah, the big derivative. Guys, oil at $100 is by far not what it was 10 years ago. Somehow, with oil prices, everyone forgets about inflation. What? Dude, nobody forgets about inflation with oil prices. That's the number one thing people look at in regards to inflation here. Oh, maybe you're talking about long-term inflationary aspects of oil. I understand what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, so you're basically saying inflation goes up over time, and so that's going to naturally push the price of oil up over time, comparing it to previously. I understand that, but oil is not going up because of inflation right now. Oil is going up because of geopolitical tensions, which is making inflation fears present, or more present. Oil just popped over 91s right now. I mean, it's probably a little bit of both, but 91s right now.
So the release of Kimi K3 has also exposed the ultra-high valuation of AI.
Sure, yeah, there's competition fears as well, overvaluation fears, certainly from that, absolutely. Gold just cracked lows.
Or peaky, however you say it.
Yeah, gold just broke lows at 4,065s right now. Oil's getting close to the highs of the day here. So here's gold. AMD today should be epic. Yeah, AMD has that.
You said gold's going up?
Yeah, gold's going down. It just cracked lows of the day.
Oh, okay,
4,065s. Yes. Yeah, so.
I just need to go down like $2,000 more and then I can buy some.
I need 3 or I'm not doing it, Britt. You know what I mean? Give me 3 or I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you, John. I just go back down to like 2004 levels, and then I'll buy some $300.
That's right. No, that's right. I'm trying. IBM is at 201s right now. Let's see what happens here. John, what do you see as an economic scenario that would move gold up that fits with what we are seeing and moving? I don't know. I think what would move gold up is the conflict settling down, the geopolitical tensions easing, price of oil falling, yields consequently coming down from it. I think that's the scenario in which gold is going to benefit the most. Geopolitical easing, which right now, I mean, obviously right now it's not looking like that's happening. So geopolitics easing, bringing oil down, making people less worried about it and less worried about inflation short term, bringing inflation down, making the yields go down.
M says, careful of volatility as this 1 hour candle closes. We built a nice volume node at lows, but we've gone down so fast, both NQ and ES have left loads of single prints above.
Yeah. Again, does anybody want to buy memory here? Does anybody want to buy memory, yes or no? What do you guys think?
No.
We're top 3 and following inflation. Oh, we follow it. I definitely follow it.
All John talks about all day. Every time we're talking, just all it thinks about is inflation.
I know you're being sarcastic, but to be fair, inflation is the big story. It is the big story.
Oh, I know. No. I'm talking about like even when we're like not on stream.
I sold my Sandus this morning. Yeah, no, for sure. I bought DRAM.
John's talking about inflation.
Oh yeah, look. Campaign to Vault drops today. I'm excited.
I know, dude. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get a head start on it real quick. You can hold it down, right?
No, dude, you're fired. Long-term memory is good, but I need that money. Yeah, look, memory long-term should be good. I mean, and when we take into the context of Capex fears, one of the big benefiters of Capex is memory, right? Data center build-outs, memory. And so, we originally saw NVIDIA not react the worst, but it's kind of turned back down. We saw MU not react the worst. It's turned back down some. We see DRAM ETF. It's technically red on the day now. And so what we're seeing memory prices start to fade with everything else here. And they were looking more optimistic here. But the NASDAQ, man, heading into the opening bell is absolutely scary. We have the 9 a.m. scrum coming out.
I gotta say, I appreciate when somebody is is honest about not knowing something. So GJ, I appreciate you just saying I'm not sure anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I think more people should admit to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. I asked people whether they should buy memory. Achilles says yes. Sold by SanDisk. Buy. No about memory. Today, no, yes, not yet. Sell. There's an entire YouTube channel that makes up excuses. I'm long 2 NASDAQ contracts at $7.95. Hey, good luck, bro.
Brit is unfireable. You know, you're right, Farmer. I am, and I'll tell you my secret. The secret behind that is when they fire you, you just keep showing up, dude.
Shout out to Michael. Yeah, no, for sure. Brit's like the guy I can't keep away.
I'm like Milton Wadhams in Office Space, you know?
Yeah, for
keep
sure.
Showing up.
Yeah, no, 100%. He just keeps showing up. I got your stapler, bro. I got your stapler, dude.
Okay, but
yeah, so Kimi K3, I hear people talking about this a lot. It is Moonshots, which is Chinese AI flagship open weight model featuring 2.8 trillion total parameters. It's the largest open weight model ever released, launched in mid-July. It's specifically optimized for long horizon agentic workflows. And so people are essentially worried this is going to be competition, and that China's catching up to the AI run earlier than expected is what people are nervous about. Let's see what the 9 a.m. scrum does to the Nasdaq though. We have that in 30 seconds here, guys. 30 seconds. We'll see what the 9 a.m. scrum does. But 30 seconds here for it. Hey, thank you, The Real. My guy, thanks so much, bro. I appreciate it. Shout out to The Real. I was gone.
Thanks,
Nobody
man.
told me. Nobody was like, John, we can't see your face. John, you're not there anymore. Max, you're a real one. You just said it. But I appreciate you guys.
I never noticed you anyway, so I just didn't see it.
I'm not very noticeable, you know. I'm
Thank
a simple
you, Pecky,
man.
by the way. I work very hard on my impressions. I spend hours and hours practicing. All right, what's happening with the...
it just dropped. Nasdaq originally had a red candle here. Not really a confidence builder. What's up, The Real? I appreciate the sub. He said trillions wasted on data center and AI build-out investors will be bag holders like the dot-com bubble. Capex increase, semis memory fading from jobless claims, oil pumping in fears here. That's a buy, fundamentally speaking, they are. You think memory's fading from jobless claims? I don't necessarily think that. I think memory is just starting to come back down from everything else, getting like sympathy movement from everything else. It could be. I mean, should I pull my money out of the S&P until market gets better, like 500,000 in it? Well, what's your time frame, Liv? I'm not an investment professional. This is not financial advice. But what's your time frame, bro? Not only what's your time frame, but what's your size? I mean, that's going to dictate the answer to that. Again, not an investment professional. You know, but it depends on the time frame, brother. You know, time frame matters heavily here. Homes lost. And the execution, yeah, for sure. All right, so Nasdaq's finding a bottom here. You know, the last time we formed a bottom was back here at about an hour ago. So we basically have been dropping for like 40 minutes. In the last like 20, we've held a bottom here. So let's see what happens on the Nasdaq. But there's the market on open. One of the things that dropped, or not the market on open, the 9 a.m. scrum. Look at gold, guys. Look at gold. Where's oil? Oil just broke highs. Gold just cracked lows. So oil's up to 91.40s a barrel for WTI crude. 91.43. 28,000 on the Nasdaq today. I don't know. People just crapping on memory like Muni was crapping on semis last year. Does it even look like S&P is doing poorly? S&P's still pretty close to all-time highs here. You know, S&P's at basically 7,500. All-time highs are at 7,600, 7,620. So I mean, S&P's still pretty close.
Go ahead.
Yeah, S&P's still pretty close to all-time highs. Hyperscalers are worried about cheaper AI and tests.
Okay, so we may be entering a holding pattern here. Too soon to say if it will reverse now, though.
Yeah, maybe, dude. Also, guys, if you haven't already, check out Lucid. Lucid's great. Like, look, people give props for some heat, but like Lucid, Dude, Lucid gives end-of-day drawdown options and everything. And so if you want to learn to day trade, listen, most day traders lose money. Doesn't matter what course you take, who you follow, who your mentor is, dude, you're still probably going to lose money, especially in the beginning. And so, like, funding your own account, it just doesn't make any sense. Why? Because almost every single day trader, when they learn, loses money. I lost thousands of dollars when I first got started. So it makes absolutely no sense to fund thousands of dollars into an account and just blow that account like most new day traders end up doing. You just don't have the risk management. You don't have the discipline most of the time. You got to condition that like Pavlov and the dogs. But if you want to learn, Lucid is a great option. End of day drawdown options and everything, which means like if I pull like my handy dandy calculator up here, like let's say your drawdown is $2,000 at a 50K, right? On Lucid specifically, because of end of day drawdowns, let's say you make $600 that day. Your new drawdown is $2,600. So you have $600 larger drawdown, which means that you can take more risk with that account intraday. It goes by the previous day's, price or amount. And so that's incredibly useful. Also, once you're actually funded, again, end of day drawdowns and everything, 10-to-1 microscaling, 90-10 profit split, no payout windows. Once you're actually funded in a Lucid Flex account, there's no consistency, no DLL beyond the initial trail. Right, you only need 5 minimum days of a specific amount of profit, right? So in Lucid Flex accounts, and there's a pro account which you can get funded in one day, same day, like you can pass it same day as you buy it, basically. Lucid Flex is a 50% consistency in the eval, but once you actually pass it, again, no DLL beyond the initial trail, no consistency rule. So in my opinion, the best account to be funded in is Lucid Flex. You can also go direct to funded here as well and get them for pretty cheap if you use my coupon code BGT at checkout. Shameless plug, guys, shameless plug. But if you want to help support our free content, like we do this live every day, we get thousands of people that tune into the stream. We appreciate you guys. If you want to help support the channel, you can use my code BGT. It definitely doesn't stand for beginner trading. It stands for something else. Let me know what you guys think it stands for, and here's the code. We appreciate it. And let's see what we get. We got, 25 minutes into the opening bell?
Yes, sir.
Let's see what we get. Yeah, there's the link right there. Check it out. Yeah, paper trade first as well. It's just the right move most of the time, like paper trading. But with paper trading, like learning to day trade is about learning how to trade with risk, right? And most people do not know how to trade with risk. So like you could paper trade. Sometimes you can just keep adding to losses. And to be fair, some paper trading accounts with like real-time data cost money. And so they might cost the same amount as some of these evals. So I think, it depends on how much you're paying. But I think there might be good stuff with learning in an eval. Maybe paper trade first to master strategies, but once you start getting ready to potentially like take more risk, look at gold though. Gold continuing to break down. They're an affiliate of mine, by the way. I'm biased in all their favor. Yes, I did say that Apex 100K intraday, no activation fee, $59. Yes, sir. Use code BGT, you'll get it. Yeah, funded only ever worked for me for that too. Evals give you a little bit of risk too. I like evals because there's like a middle ground between pressure, right? Like you got pressure, you're risking something, but you're not risking $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like you're still risking something, but not the full extent. Look at gold still break down here. There's the NASDAQ, 28,740s on the NASDAQ, still cracking lows, man. Dude, it's looking freaking scary this morning. I mean, to be fair, the drop is not terrible. What are we down, like 1.5% today? But it's been a while, somebody said earlier, since we've had a 3% down day, and it's looking kind of like that. But we're down 1.5% today or so on the NASDAQ, but it's the angle of this and the optics of everything going on. Like, look at the NASDAQ today. Bonds are getting pummeled. Yeah. Yields are up, bond prices getting dumped. Supply and demand, right? In order to... Like, the reason there's an inverse correlation between prices and yields is because as new bonds are issued and pay out higher yields, they have to lower the prices of the previous yields that were lower to compensate for it, right? So, the old bonds have to get their prices lowered because they were lower yields, right? So they adjusted in that way with bonds, right? If you understand bonds, you understand markets to a certain extent. So, like, if yields go up, why would people buy old bonds when they can buy new bonds if they were both the same price? Because yields are higher with new issued bonds. And so what they do is on the old bonds that have lower yields, they reduce the price, right? Which is why there's an inverse correlation between higher yields and, bond prices, how much you pay for the said bonds. So that's what it is. So I hope everybody understands that correlation and why there's an inverse correlation there. It's one of the reasons yields are up big today. And if you look at like TLT, which is long-term bond prices, it's down right now with higher yields today, right? So because they have to adjust it. Again, tech is still breaking down. Tesla still breaking lows. Where's SpaceX, dude? SpaceX honestly isn't doing that bad. I mean, it's a freaking dumpster fire right now, but it's not doing that bad. IBM at 201s.
What level is SpaceX at right now?
SpaceX at like what, 215 or 115? So that was helpful. Thank you. Yeah, all good, Guillermo.
Honestly, I mean, I know it's not doing very well right now, but I'd still be tempted to buy at that level. I don't think it's going to fail completely, but it might.
What is SpaceX?
SpaceX, yeah.
I think IPOs, dude. Listen, IPOs are always sketchy. I told people this, but like when we were waiting for SpaceX to IPO, dude. IPOs are wild. They're the Wild West of freaking markets. Like again, it could be a great company long term, and still be freaking crazy volatile during its IPO, you know, for really like months and months and longer following its IPO. Sometimes stocks take a little while to settle. Now, I'm not saying SpaceX is going to settle and do well. I'm just saying there's a chance it does. Just because we're dropping now does not mean like, oh, SpaceX is done, right? Like the reality of this is, again, I go back to Coinbase, and maybe Coinbase isn't the best example, dude. I bought Coinbase when it was at $420 when it IPO'd. Like, look at this. I bought Coinbase after IPO. One of my worst entries of all time. I bought Coinbase here. Like, literally right there. And maybe Coinbase wasn't a great example. But the point is, IPOs are freaking wild. And so we'll see what happens. But IBM just got a downgrade. Yeah, IBM has been sketchy too, man. Software and services, they're getting hit. Fear's there too. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Sorrel? How you doing, bro? Yeah, Starlink. You know, Starlink, you know, Grok, all that stuff, you know. Give me 310 to 320 Tesla today. No, it's not far away from that, to be honest, regarding Tesla. You know, I mean, we could hit that today for sure. I mean, you got to think about it. Tesla prior to earnings yesterday was at 370s. It's at 340s now. Yeah, now had great earnings. Bro, micro NASDAQ, please push. Push which way? Bro, gold continuing to dump here. Still sketchy. Look at gold, guys. Gold is continuously breaking down here. All right, so again, the Iranian foreign minister just now says there are enough intermediaries, and there is no problem with exchanging messages with Washington. He says, quote, the problem is the unreasonable, thank you, Kev, for the sub. The problem is the unreasonable approach of Washington and its excessive demands, and we face that with a firm stance, end quote. Also, Lagarde says today's decision was unanimous. Some members question whether the ECB should have hiked today. Said her comment on...
Energy shock should be temporary, yeah.
Yeah, ECB Lagarde notes her comments at Centra, which is where she talked with Warsh in a panel where more balanced upside and downside risk. The more balanced segment has now been removed. So now they're basically acknowledging there's higher risks to inflation versus, you know, weakness in labor. She also said that post-MOU fall in energy prices was quicker than expected. You know, is she looking at prices today? So... Department of Justice is apparently going to speed up merger reviews by asking less of companies, apparently. So, yeah.
I mean, it sounds good. I guess
I
don't personally know. I tend to appreciate the removal of as much red tape as possible.
Oh, for sure. I'm a big believer in big business. Let them work. I think, but
I'm not saying they need no oversight, but I just think,
sure,
where possible, the government should get out of the way.
Yeah, no, I agree. You've read my 4 posts this morning. Give me a shout out, John. Shout out to Shake and Bake, bro. I love Shake and Bake pork chops, dude. Shout out to Shake and Bake.
Dude, I do too.
Yeah, dude, they're delicious. Do you eat it with applesauce, Britt?
I never have. I know people do.
No, I just can't get into it.
Not really my vibe. I like applesauce, but if I'm gonna eat applesauce, I want just applesauce.
Yeah, I get peer pressured into it every time, and I'm like, I don't really like it. Like they're always like, "Ooh, have you tried applesauce with it?" And I'll eat it. Like it's not like I won't eat it with applesauce, but it's not like it's not like ooh,
Don't do it.
applesauce
I'm
shake and
telling
bake.
you.
I'm
What you
done.
should dip your pork. What you should dip your pork chops in, your chicken, your steaks, all that stuff. Try tiger sauce if you never tried it. I know you probably have if you've eaten steak or anything like that at my house. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Hey, thank you for the sub, TLB. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. All right, let me pivot back to markets. But Nasdaq, listen, still falling here. Does anybody want to buy this now? I've asked this before. Does anybody want to buy this now? I don't freaking know, dude. I'm not a big ranch believer. But let me stop talking about food. I said last week oil back to 100 by the end of July, so obvious. Yeah, I mean, look, I said yesterday if oil breaks 90, I think that's a really bad look. I think that's going to, like, ignite fears. Oil consistently breaking highs today, 91.5s right now. We're getting more news about escalations overseas as well.
I will say one more thing about food, and then I won't get distracted by it again.
Yeah.
Just someone asked, "What's your favorite dessert?" Honestly, dude, and I've only discovered this in like the last year. I love pie, like all kinds of pie. I used to not like it, and I just love it now. That and cheesecake.
All right, they're tricking you to do with these comments, Britt.
I know that. I know that's why. That's why I said I was going to say one last thing, and that was it.
You gotta just.
They weren't tricking me. They weren't tricking me. I was allowing myself to be lured in.
Okay, fair. Lagarde still speaking on her role as president. Say you will not see the back of her. Not see the back of her before 2027. The captain is staying on the ship. You know, this is her ship now. Is what she's saying. Lagarde. So, yeah.
What face did you make, John?
Probably a face of like, oh no, Britt's still talking about food, bro. The chat is.
To be fair, I did preface it with, "This is the one comment."
All right, no more food today, Britt. Banned from food comments. No, it's all
Fine.
good, bro. I'm just messing with you. Don't you guys do it, chat? Y'all stop it. Stop it. Don't do it.
They're not gonna. Again, they're not gonna get me because I allowed it the first time.
All right, let's ask a question. Who wants to buy right here?
I don't.
Anybody want to buy? Who wants to buy gold right here? Look at gold. Does anybody want to buy oil right here? Let me know. Would you rather buy gold, oil, or what was the other one? Or the Nasdaq today?
Uh-oh.
Gold, oil, or the Nasdaq? Oil? No. No. Me? Oil. Which one do you guys want to buy? Let me know. So Lagarde was asked if her commentary today is a signal for September rate moves, says ECB is not giving forward guidance. They are offering a framework, end quote. Gold, probably oil. Gold miners, Nasdaq. It has begun. I am sitting on hands. Gold. Google, Amazon, Microsoft have attractive entry points. Yeah, no, I agree. You're doing crypto wrong. Okay, or crypto. I assume everybody's going to start buying crypto in a few months. But look at oil, guys.
If John's doing crypto wrong, I don't want to be right.
Dude, I do crypto right. I'd never do wrong by crypto. You know?
The rightest crypto doer of all time, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
You shouldn't even be talking about any word correlated with buy, let alone the word itself. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Should you guys buy today, though? Let me know. Scalp longs, Bitcoin now.
You just got reprimanded, John.
I know, dude. I felt it. I felt the chastisement. You know?
Chastisement.
NASDAQ buy. Yeah, I mean, look, we're down a lot. Oil up. The problem is oil keeps breaking highs. So as oil keeps breaking highs and making yield fears supreme, market's scared of that, for sure. Tech is also not helping, obviously. Brent crude broke over $100 a barrel. So Brent crude is now over $100 a barrel. And so, yeah, I mean, markets are just freaking nervous, dude. Google also came out saying they're holding $94 billion worth of SpaceX stock. Again, the Bank of Japan yen currency hits the... Japan yen currency is hitting the lowest level in 40 years. Yeah, so Lagarde didn't give out guidance, said we'll have a lot more data available in September. All right, look at oil fall, though, here. Here's a red candle for oil. And it doesn't seem like a small red candle either. Yeah, look at this red candle, guys. Is this news? It's got to be, huh?
I'm not seeing a tweet, and I don't see anything.
Is this news? It's got to be news. Hold on.
I mean, I'm sure it is. I'm just not seeing anything yet.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see something. Maybe it could not be. I mean, it's possible. That's not. I mean, it's the largest red candle we've had in oil basically all day so far, but we just went right down to the top bands of the VWAP. So maybe we hold. Maybe it's not news. Maybe I'm just shocked to see a big red candle in oil. Nasdaq's still falling down here though, and I don't see anything yet. Okay, Lagarde says recent Houthi threats are alarming, will have an impact, but has not been factored into the decision today. They getting, no, I don't really see too much. What's, you know, oil dropping did not make the Nasdaq go up either. No news. Yeah, it could just be a big candle that insider. Yeah, it could be. Man, that's a big red candle, though, all of a sudden. Isn't the POC at 88s? Yeah, I don't know. That's a red candle, though. It's probably the biggest red candle we've seen in 3, 4, 5 hours on oil. And I don't see anything really here. But all right, guys, let's get ready to day trade. I think we're slightly green on the day. Yeah, I don't see any news.
Not really. The only thing I see that doesn't have anything to do with ECB in the last little while is Saudi Arabia's joining of the Abraham Accords would be an historic leap forward for peace in the Middle East.
Yeah, for sure. No, 100%. Market open, fake out. Of course, there's no news. You don't have fast access to the president's tweets. I like Lucid Direct, Igor, but everybody's different, my friend. Lagarde says there is no push on back-to-back hikes today. Again, gold's moving back up some here, which seems good. Yeah, so gold's trying to jump here. Insider shorting. Yeah, I did a poll today. Does WTI crude close over 91s today? Hey, thank you for the subscribe. Hadif, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Only thing I see is a pattern every day. Oil goes down, NASDAQ pumps. I mean, yeah, we sometimes get that pattern. Right now, NASDAQ goes down, oil goes down. Or maybe oil goes down, NASDAQ still falls. So we haven't really seen a pump in the market from oil. At this time, the odds of Clarity Act actually passing here are... I looked this up yesterday. The odds of the Clarity Act passing are now roughly 41% odds. They went as high as like 50 in some points, but they're at 41% right now, roughly. So... longing IBM for a dead cat bounce. This market is weird. Yeah, for sure. Definitely weird market. All right, guys, we got the market on open data in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Let's see what we get, but it's definitely a volatile, interesting day here. I think some discrepancy between oil and the NASDAQ shows how the rate cuts are more of an issue. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're getting cuts, though, dude. Like, I don't think we're getting cuts. Oil drops before open, and NASDAQ pumps. Alright, I'm watching Lagarde's comments. Cut's not happening. I mean, oil drops before the NASDAQ pumps at the open. Are y'all bullish or bearish for the opening bell today? I mean, I think the easy answer is bear. But I think being down so much, maybe we see like a bounce short term and some stuff. What do you guys think? Are y'all bull or bear for the opening bell today? It's definitely a scary day right now. But, you know, NASDAQ is starting to flatten out a little bit here, to be honest. We're starting to flatten out some. Let's see if we hold. We're starting to flatten some. Bull living on a prayer. Bullish bounce at the open. Bull chips. Bear. Happy Thursday. What's up, Tiny? Bots are buying and selling orders. Yeah, I mean, that happens with any news, though. Hey, what's up, BT? Buttery pancakes. I had to give up pancakes, bro. I can't eat pancakes. Oh, wait, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it now. No, not going to talk about it.
Hey, pancakes? I heard pancakes.
Wait, pancakes, bro? Lagarde, the situation in the Middle East can be reversed very quickly, according to Lagarde.
Also, don't worry, John. I don't like pancakes that much.
No, that's all right. Bulls move in. All right, look at the NASDAQ still fall here. We're at 28. Still testing lows of the day. Look at the NASDAQ test lows. 28,700 is the low of the day here. Here's the market on open data in 30 seconds. So we do get market on open data in 30. We're about to break this week's lows. Well, we just cracked the low of the day again. 699 is now the low of the day on the NASDAQ. Here's the market on open data in 15 seconds too. So let's see what that gives us. But all right, here's the market on open data.
Hey, thanks, Sam.
Now,
have a good day, man. Best wishes to you too, buddy.
All right, here's the open market on open data. NASDAQ just jumped a little bit on the market on open data. Look at this bounce here. It's not a huge bounce though, but it's starting to head up. Yeah, Lagarde says staff remains agile to incoming developments. Mild scenario in the June projection is now unlikely.
You're gone again.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Sorry, I know you're reading.
Yeah, no, you're all good. Let me fix it. Lagarde asked if markets fully understand the ECB's framework and reaction function. Believes the market does not have a good understanding. But so far, we're kind of flat here. We're kind of flat.
But the chat wants to know, John, how many days no vaping now? I'm proud of you too, by the way.
I hate to tell you guys this, but I
really
relapsed. Dude, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, dude. You know,
I'm no longer proud of you.
I'm sorry, guys. I hate to say it. It's hard. It breaks my heart to tell people. You know, like I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. The problem is that I'm going to the beach. You know, and yeah, I'm going to the beach. You know, and
everybody knows you gotta vape if you're going to the beach.
Well, bro, it's not even that, bro. I'm gonna have people that are smoking around me at the beach. You know, it's a hard thing to be around.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, guys. I admit. I'm trying, though. I really am. Hey, thank you for the sub, C. I also have to just go ahead and tell you guys this, which is that. I want to say this. I think the chat's going to get mad at me. I'm hiding my face because I'm sitting here hitting this vape, right?
Is that why the camera keeps going off?
I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't do it. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. You know, I genuinely tried.
You jerk.
I didn't have the heart to tell you guys here. Listen, we got 3 minutes until the opening bell. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
For like the last 3 days,
I'm trying to be sneaky.
I don't know what's going on. I'm having technical difficulties.
I'm trying to be sneaky.
Wrong with my camera?
I know something's wrong with it, bro. I didn't have the heart. Have a heart.
There is something wrong with it. It has an off button, and you keep hitting it.
Oh, I quit. I quit for like 6 days. But you know, last few days, I didn't have the heart to tell you guys. I'm sorry. I felt like
John, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
yeah. I figured that some of the chat knew because the camera went away and they were like, John, how you doing on those vapes, John?
Yeah, what's going on, John?
Yeah, so some of you guys knew. But yeah.
Something smells like blueberries and cinnamon, John.
Yeah, I was blowing smoke. Yeah, up the chat. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, here we go. No, you're good, dude. You're good. Here, 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes left. It's been a really scary day. Market is down a lot. And fears are here this morning. Oil's high. Oil's been breaking highs all morning. $91+ a barrel oil. Or no, we're down to, yeah, we're at roughly 91 right now.
Secret Squirrel says, sorry for asking. Say, yep, you started all this, Secret. This is your fault.
Yeah. All trust eroded. That's all right. Like, look, hey, it's not that I was trying to be dishonest. It's that I didn't. Like, I felt bad. It's hard to tell people, you went back to it.
He wasn't trying to be dishonest. He just wasn't trying not to.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm teasing you, dude. I mean, like, I am kind of laying into you a little bit, but I am teasing you.
Yeah, no, you're good. I feel like the chat's my father. And, like, it's hard to tell him. It's hard to tell your dad whenever...
John, go pick out a Switch.
Right, dude. I know, man. Listen. That was my mom. My mom would tell me to go pick out a Switch, not my dad, My dad
just... good old days back when parents made you go pick out your own whipping weapon.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, all right, guys. Here's the opening bell. Less than a minute. Let's see what we get.
Supper addictive. Supper is addictive.
Don't do it, Brent. Don't do it. John, having accountability
of people's typos
is the most wholesome thing ever. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Nasdaq at 28,700s here. All right, 30 seconds.
Quit smoking. Sorry.
Shame. Yeah. All right, guys. Here we go. Bull or bear? We got 25 seconds left. Let's see what the market does, dude. I'm watching oil. Brit says bull. Oil over 91s. Nasdaq really right at lows of the day here. IBM actually started to jump back a little bit. Tech is still falling. Tesla's at 340 right now. Here's the opening bell at 5.
Thanks to me.
4, 3, 2, 1. There's the bell. All right, let's see what happens here. Here's the Nasdaq. Nasdaq just cracked lows right at the opening bell. Just dropped more. It's not a big drop, but it's the opening bell.
I know. No, I'm just mad that I apparently was right this time, or so far.
Yeah. I mean, so far it's too early. Sometimes the first move is the wrong move, and the first 2 or 3 minutes, it's just highly volatile anyway. So
it's going to go down.
I mean, it's dropping so far. It did crack lows. We're down so much already, though. IBM just reversed, and it's at 200s now, though. Gold is actually starting to bounce back a little bit. MU is down. Nvidia is flat. The tech is still falling a little bit at the opening bell. Yeah, there's a candle. Look at the Nasdaq. Still dropping, though. Yeah, we're still falling here.
You should play that song Ring My Bell every day at open.
Yeah. Honestly, people complain about the bell. Who the heck is MU Mooney, bro? But maybe he did call it. I don't know. Somebody say MU. I don't freaking know. Bulls, where are you? Bulls might show up. The first move sometimes is the wrong move. Ooh, look at Tesla here, guys. Look at Tesla right now. Yikes. It is just the first candle, but man, look at this trajectory. Google's starting to bounce back a little bit here. MU bouncing back a little bit as well. Nvidia is still pushing down, though. IBM is still under 200s. Oil's still at 91. It's not really moving. And here's the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq getting a little strength here.
Can't take the stress from all this. John, turn the camera off.
I'm trying. I'm just gonna do it on camera now because I mean, y'all already know.
Well, you've already admitted to it.
I know, that's
what's the point?
Honestly, I know. MU break 1,000 today, maybe. I mean, data center build out high capex on Google could, make MU push. Yeah, MU started to bounce back. It's at 980s. So we're starting to see some rebounds at the open.
In order to properly show your shame, you're gonna have to do like Cersei Lannister did.
Yeah, Brig, get a bell and just ring it. You know, every time I do it.
Yep.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, hope MU breaks. And yeah, so far we're seeing a slight rebound of the opening bell, slight. But I mean, we could have a dead cat bounce and some stuff today, even if we continue down. I closed my Tesla short before earnings yesterday. Ooh, stoic. Sorry to hear, bro. You would have made a bunch. All right, NBIS up to 222s. Yeah, I'm seeing that one run a little bit.
AI is making all poor get some books, folks. I have a lot of books.
I've got a bunch of books here. Look.
Do you read them?
Look at my books. I don't read any of them, to be honest. Honestly, look at these books right here. This is actually a library, not a kitchen that I'm in right now.
I know.
But
a really cool office / library, honestly.
Yeah.
Also, if you have any good history books, I want them.
Oh, we got a bunch of history books. Sorry. NASDAQ 28.715s. So we honestly, I mean, it looks... We have a range that I'm going to wait to break here. We're 3 minutes into the day. I can trade right now. The 4 minutes time frame is basically right now. So I can trade right now. I'm going to give it a little while, though. Maybe wait for this range to break here at the open. Lagarde says ECB is... sorry, I'm just going to say this real quick. Lagarde says ECB is concerned about the potential direct and indirect effects. Reiterates that ECB does not see second round effects yet. Yeah, bro, I go to Barnes & Noble, dude, and my kids just be buying books, bro. They're expensive. Half the time they don't even... I buy books, I don't even read half of them.
Do you really?
I do, dude. Like, freaking Barnes.
Honestly, I read my books, but it takes me forever to get to them. I used to read a lot, and now my attention span is just worse than it was for some reason.
Yeah, for sure. SpaceX is starting to go red on the day. It just dipped back to red, so SpaceX technically red on the day, but there's the NASDAQ start to bounce back up here. NVIDIA's not really down that much. I think a lot of this is memory related, as well as, like, I don't know, Google's still down there. Tesla's still down there.
You have Books A Million here. Is Books A Million still around?
No, dude, I haven't seen a Books A Million in freaking years. My dad used to take me to Books A Million, though. Like, that was like that's why, like, bookstores are nostalgic for me, because my dad would bring me there. And I would go look at, like, video games. I would go look at video games and stuff, like video game magazines and books. All right, so right now Nasdaq is in a very tight range. There's AMD here. Here's the Nasdaq. Gold, by the way, guys, is starting to rebound. It's at 4060s right now, but the Nasdaq is in a range. We're gonna wait for the Nasdaq actually just broke out of the range slightly. I might short this though, dude. Like, I understand, but I'm gonna give it a second though. All right, look, we're just gonna jump in here and take some size. All right, we're green. There we go. Okay, we're up almost 200 already. I'm gonna start taking profit here. We've got one left. I'll put a stop loss right above my entry to hold it mostly break even on the rest. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to be patient here. We might get stopped out of the rest, but it'll be a green trade, I think, regardless. Hoping we reject right here, though, but it looks pretty strong. I still move it up pretty firm here, though. I want to give it one more chance to break down here, though. Yeah, I mean, I jumped in short and took profit, and then it rebounded back up, so I'm probably kind of flat here now, but yeah, I'm going to get out there too strong. Maybe I can short it up here at like 880s. We'll wait for it, though. NASDAQ continues to climb. Where's the oil? SpaceX is kind of flat, though, right now. I'm really looking at, like, MU right now. MU is starting to bounce back. It's almost to 1,000. So, Went too short too early. 10-year bond is at 4.7%. Yeah, for sure. Smash that like button. Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Hey, dude.
Hello.
How you doing, bro? Hey, wait, bro. Get out of the move out of the stream, bro. What's up?
I fixed the third floor. I cleaned it.
No, dude. Listen, not right now.
Hi,
Hey, buddy, listen. I'm working right now. I love you. Get out of here. Hey, listen. I love you. I'm working right now. Get out of here. Hey, I love you. I'm working. If you keep talking to me, I'm gonna take away games today, dude. Listen to me when I'm talking to you. Okay, here, Jack. Look, look. Actually, you don't get games today. Remember?
Yeah, but how much longer will you be working for?
Probably like another hour.
Also, when can I play?
You can't play today.
Why?
I told you yesterday. Look, dude. I'm working right now. It's
Like, you said you took a more for 3 hours.
Jack.
And you forgot to clean.
Sorry, dude. My son is arguing with me when he shouldn't. Freaking 12-year-olds, bro. You hear that? I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, dude, I'm gonna take away games today. I actually took away games yesterday already. Dude needs to chill out with video games. Yeah. I mean, look. I'm patient with him, but when he asks me the same thing 3 times after hearing an answer, I think as a parent, the time to be patient is done at that point in time. And so you gotta be firm but fair. You gotta be authoritative. So you don't want to be too mean and unreasonably, strict, but you also can't just let them pester, so to speak. That's how it goes. Yeah.
I agree. Patient until it's time not to be.
Yeah. No, he's a great kid. He's a great kid. Super smart, super stubborn. I was incredibly stubborn when I was his age. So stubborn. And he is as well. And so it's kind of paying me back as he gets older. But I love him. He's a great kid. That's why I say, hey, look, dude, I love you. Get the heck out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Remember once that boy that craves dad's love? Yeah, but that's not what he's doing. He's trying to pester me to play video games right now, and he's not supposed to. And so, if he would say, Dad, I want to hang out with you, what are you doing? I would probably let him. But that's not what he's doing. Anyways, I'm getting run off here. NASDAQ is up a little bit.
Yeah, I guess he just figured if he bugged you enough, you'd give in.
Right. He's like, hey, Dad's working. If I come pester him right now, maybe he'll break. That's his plan, 100%. Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely still stubborn. He's asked me about trading. I'll teach him about trading. My daughter asked me about trading too the other day. Look, does anybody want a short right here? Yeah, he's smart. He's super smart. He scored really high on testing. Like, he was in like the 90th percentile in reading. I think it was like an 85 percentile in math. Super smart. But sometimes that can be a problem as a parent, especially at like 12.
Yeah, once they develop that, basically once they develop their own personality and they start arguing with you.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, he needs to. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, look, NASDAQ's up. I'll let him play Halo with me. He'll play Overwatch with me. He plays like Roblox and stuff. Yeah, they know. All right, guys, look, NASDAQ's still ripping up here. Does anybody want to short this? I don't know. I mean, I think shorting's risky too, but we'll see. Oil? No. SanDisk is ripping. MU's ripping up too. MU's almost to 1,000. The question is, the riskiest part of shorting here would be if MU and SanDisk keep pushing, right? That's the riskiest thing here. If they keep pushing higher, that's the risk. I think the rotation is in play big time. I have a son the same age. All right, we're almost up to the 200 exponential, but the Nasdaq has rallied back a little bit today.
ServiceNow is a nice buy.
ServiceNow had good numbers yesterday and reacted really well to their stuff.
Good.
Yeah, but the Nasdaq has rallied higher here.
Semiconductors pushing. I feel this is a rotation out for Mag 7 before next week. ER raising Capex.
Yeah, we got big earnings next week. We've got like Meta, Microsoft, and more next week. So big tech earnings next week as well. Oh, Jack's a negotiator. He haggles with me regularly. We actually had to make a rule with him. No haggling. Because that dude will freaking... Yeah. Most of the time it comes in the form of like, hey dad, if I beat you at a race, can I get 2 hours of video game time? Or, hey dad, if I beat you at chess, can I get, you know, an extra 3 hours of video game time today? That's usually what the haggling means.
Does he ever win?
No. He beat me at a race the other day though. My hip hurt. Look, the Nasdaq is right at the 200 EMA. Yeah,
I thought that was when you pulled your gluteus maximus.
I did kind of pull my hip muscle. That's what I'm blaming it on. We raced the next day, and he did the same thing, and he thought he was going to win. He just got smoked. But, you know.
You tripped him, didn't you?
I should have, man. The first day I should have. All right, guys, look. We're right at the 200 exponential here. Right at the 200 EMA. Let's see if we hold. All right, so we're starting to fall back down. There's a drop. There's another drop. So we rejected at the 200 EMA. Let's see if it gets bought up. The problem is that MU is right at 1,000 here. So this could either trap traders or, you know, we could see good movement here. So we could either trap traders on the upside and get really excited about 1,000, or we could start selling at the top of the range now. You know, we've basically hit one of the milestone levels that we were looking at, and that could be bad. So let's see.
Feels like we're out of gas on the Nasdaq.
Yeah, we got right up to that 200 exponential moving average level here. And then now we're kind of just steady falling right now.
Yes, I'm falling.
I jumped at a short, but I am down on the day right now here, guys. But we're at a short. Let's see what happens. All right, we're going to take a little bit off here. We're right at that short-term moving average. We're going to get out the rest there. All right, so Nasdaq did reject it. This is why I watched the 200 exponential. If we're talking about algorithms here, a lot of algorithms watch the 1 minute 200 exponential. So like you can kind of see we go right up to that level, reject here. The problem is that MU is basically at 1,000 right now and it's back up. So we might get a rebound bounce here. But look, here's MU. This is what's driving it right now. It hit $1,000 even just now. And now it's starting to slump back down here. Gold starts to turn down. Honestly, Google just broke lows. Gold is starting to come back down here too. It hit up to 470s. It's at 4060s right now. So it's trying, but all right, MU just tapped 1,000 again, got over 1,000. Let's see if it holds up here though. I mean, we're still falling down here in the Nasdaq though. Look, here's the NQ. Look at Tesla, 330s. Somebody said Tesla might hit 320s today. Maybe it was 330s. They said. Look at MU though. MU broke over
Yes,
1,000.
I said 320s, I think.
Yeah, so we're getting close to those levels for sure. Yeah, yields are going to be pumping right now. I mean, you know, they've been up all day, but yields continue to go. Oil's been breaking highs again. Like, look at oil right here. So oil's up to 91.70s at highs now, 91.71 technically for WTI front futures. Memory's starting to rebound a little bit. SK Hynix and stuff like that is up as well at 170s here. Spacex is starting to break lows, but yeah, the Nasdaq's starting to turn. Look at that 200 exponential. I was heavy on Google. New high on oil. Yeah. Definitely a little sketchier today for sure. Still dipping down. We're under 28,800s here. Starting to really turn the other way here now. I see more escalation stuff too. Google.
What do you see?
318s. I see some attacks in the Black Sea, according to sources. Okay. Nasdaq. If we get a little pop, I might short this. I need a pop though, when we might not get it. Okay, there's a pop. I'll add a little bit here. Didn't get a chance to add more. Should have taken a little bit more there, but I'll add up to 820s is the plan, or 815s, but we didn't really get a chance to freaking add here, unfortunately. It's a big drop in one micro contract, though. I'll take it. There we go. I'll get out here and just lock it in, but didn't really get a chance to add more. Yeah, 10-year note is over 4.7% today, guys. Oil still breaking highs this morning. MU finally pulling back after hitting 1,000 is what's driving this push down. Yeah, look at MU. Like, MU went right up to 1,000. And this is why I never try to break, like, I never play the highs up to these levels. I've always kind of explained it like this, like the strategy I use is that I look for something to get close to highs within a range, right? The range example would be like right here, right? So I don't want to attack the high break in a run. You know, that's too risky. Sometimes we go up there and we just dump down, you know, like this. Instead, I want to attack the range up to the highs. So an example is like I buy this pullback and ride the range up to 1,000 and then sell. You know, I can maybe hold a piece up there because I'm so green in it that like I don't have to worry about it pulling back because I'm still going to be green. Especially the initial test. A lot of the time we don't break it. Now, sometimes we'll move back up and break it and keep running. But a lot of the time, the first test of like a big milestone level like 1,000, we reject. Sell-offs happen. And so I try to just capitalize on the range up to that level before it does something like this, if that makes sense. I think it has the most pull within a range up to a big milestone level like that. Like a big whole dollar number, confirmed support or resistance, and more. You know, sometimes moving averages. Like even the 200 exponential. Sometimes you'll see the first move to the 200 exponential is the best rejection, like this. The retest is riskier, you know, because like we get the first move up here to the 200 exponential here. The retest is a little riskier. So like the retest, we could run, but Nasdaq still looks like it's getting close to lows. Memory, like MU is getting close to the VWAP, and I think that's one of the stories right now is like memory is getting close to like a continuation pullback. So like we could see something like this, or you know, obviously one of the things that might really pull the market down is if we don't do that and we break under the VWAP, under the 200 exponential, and start looking like we're gonna go red on the day. That's gonna pull the Nasdaq down if it happens. That's gonna make people nervous. We're gonna get pullbacks in both memory and tech, and that's like a bear scenario, obviously, for markets. And so far, we're kind of seeing a little bit of that right now with MU breaking under the VWAP just now. Look at that candle. Nasdaq is starting to fade back down with us here. So Nasdaq getting back close to the lows of the day, still dropping. Oil just broke highs again. 73 is a new high. Just got up to 75 for oil. So oil just popped over highs again. I think this is the wrong oil contract. Yeah, 91.73 right now. So we'll see if MU and memory find some strength here, because that's what's driving a lot of this move. Yeah, Tesla is a dumpster fire right now. Tesla's down at 320s. Still cracking lows. Tesla's not a small weighted stock either. Like, it influences the NASDAQ and everything else. The weight is pretty heavy on Tesla. Do y'all think there's any chance Tesla gets booted out of the NASDAQ? And S&P? SpaceX also down to 113s. Man, I'm glad my SpaceX entry was small, because SpaceX has been falling. You'll never see MU at 1,000 again. I don't know. Oil continues to break highs here. Oil's pushing towards $92 a barrel right now for oil. So oil's still like ripping up here. CL futures at 91.80s right now, still going down. Or still going up.
You know what I'd like to see rip up is our likes.
Yeah. Yeah. Rip the likes up, guys. Do it now. Do it now.
We need it, you know, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
For just 0 cents a day, you know.
You can help a trader.
You can feed us likes.
You can help a trader, guys. Do it now. Help a trader. NASDAQ, or oil, still jumping here too, man. This is not good for the NASDAQ either. Where's MU at? MU's starting to bounce back. It's back over the VWAP though. But look at oil still going up here. Again, 10-year over 4.7%. So just to put it into perspective, in April on Liberation Day, yields got over 4.7%. So it's above the Liberation Day high now for yields for 10-year. Oil's right there at $92 a barrel here. There's MU starting to rebound. Look at oil climb today, man.
That's right, Chris Hansen, in the arms of a trader. You know.
Yeah, that's right. Lost 100 on
Just for
Google.
that, from now on, I'm going to call you Chris Handsome.
Is Tesla goodbye? Thanks, guys. What you do is appreciated. Thank you, Foreman. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, sir. Bitcoin steady.
Thanks, man.
All right, so oil just dipped here though. Hit 90 at 190s and then dipped a little bit. Let's see if it continues pushing down here. Do we have anything tomorrow in terms of data? I don't think we have anything in 10 minutes. We got European consumer confidence in 10. Services and manufacturing PMI tomorrow. New home sales tomorrow. Building permits tomorrow, but that's it. Next week's the busy week, really.
U.S. 10-year note yield officially surges above 4.7% for the first time since January 2025.
Yeah. Very scary day to trade. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's scary. I don't know if it's a scary day to trade. Maybe a scary day to invest. I think markets are just pushing down here. So regardless of, I think traders both directions. Long term, it's a little bit sketchier, but maybe it's cheap down here. I don't know. NASDAQ's starting to turn down though. 28,760s. Remember, guys, legacy accounts are back on Lucid. Right now, they have a 100K no activation fee account. The intraday 100K no activation fee account is $59. Did I say $59? I did say $59. Obviously, I'm biased. I get paid by them.
Say it again,
biased.
John.
$59 100K no activation fee account on Apex. Do it now, guys. Do it now. Check it out. Here's the link.
Yeah.
Again, they're an affiliate of mine. I'm biased. Check them out.
You know,
I
you
like
want
Lucid
to.
as well. Yeah.
Just let yourself give in, you know.
From a mean standpoint, it seems their value here, but breaking longer term daily, weekly bull market is Tesla definitely not a good buy. All they have is great ideas. Elon selling stuff. Yeah, Tesla, dude, is really freaking sketchy. SpaceX just cracked loose as well. Nasdaq's still falling down. No, this is partly because memory continues to drop here, and this is kind of the scenario we gave you guys like 5 minutes ago. MU is still falling here, guys. So like memory has been one thing that helped prop the market up a little bit. If MU starts to dump with the rest of tech today, that's a bad scenario, obviously for the upside. That means it's really likely that we're still going to drop, but no, I said I like Lucid as well. I like Apex. Those are, you know, Tradeify is great. They have Tradeify has like their select option. Nasdaq's getting close to lows here again on memory pulling back. Again, here is the Nasdaq.
Yeah, they got some good options. You too can be a trader.
Yeah, that's right. I did start vaping again. I know. I'm sorry, guys. Felt bad. It was hard to talk about it. You know.
You can always talk to us, John.
Yeah. I know. Y'all are my therapist here, really. Yeah, MU's falling down. Nasdaq's coming down here too. More escalation. High oil is what's moving this. Capex, fears, and tech as well. Oil basically up to 92. I think a lot of people are watching oil to see if it breaks 92 now. It's at 91.83s.
South Korean refiner S Oil, a major importer of crude from Saudi Arabia, has canceled at least one cargo of fuel it planned to sell in August as Houthi threats in the Red Sea affect supplies.
Yeah. Yeah, Lucid, it's Apex that has the 59 evals, 100K $59 evals, not Lucid. Sorry if I said Lucid. Yeah, only the 1,000 people here. Y'all aren't going to tell anybody, right?
Yeah, no. You know what they say? 1,000 people can keep a secret if 999 of them are.
Yeah. All right, guys. NQ starting to get really close to the lows. Oil about to break $92 a barrel right now. Does anybody want a long right here, though? MU hit the 200 exponential, starting to bounce. Big gold dip? Really? Gold's dipping?
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Gold is dipping, for sure. I mean,
yeah.
Gold's down big on the day. Higher yields is bad for gold. I might short this little bounce, though. Depends on whether MU holds. But we'll try.
It's just a power move by Big Gold. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so we did jump in short here. Try to piggyback off of some of this movement here, but it's been kind of a back and forth day. I should have held that short at the 200 EMA from earlier. All right, there we go. That's a drop. Take half off there. See if we come back down more. There we go. Okay. Take a little bit more off here. We'll hold this last one. And that short entry was on point, I think, here.
Good job, man.
There we go. We're still breaking down here, guys. I get out the rest here. I don't trust the low of the day break. But
So we've just been breaking down all morning. Have we gone up at all?
I mean, we've gone up
a little bit.
Yeah, we've gone up a little bit, but basically it's been a downward trend all day. Oil high is freaking people up. Yields are high as well. And not just that, but like Tesla, which is part of the Nasdaq, it's pretty heavily weighted. It's just been it has barely stopped. It's down to 326s right now. Tech has kind of moved a little bit better, but Tesla not good.
It's like we've
Apple pulled back as well, which is heavy weighted as well.
We've dropped what, a little over $300 from the Nasdaq today so far.
Yeah, over that. We've dropped like
Yeah.
400 plus, $430 or something like that.
Oh yeah, you're right. I mathed a little wrong.
Yeah, it's all good. Apple's starting to rebound back up here though, but Markets are scared. High oil. Freaking people out. High yields. Higher rate cut odds. Higher rate hike odds, I mean. Again, oil's consolidating just under $92 a barrel. Brent is over 100. Sell me on signing up for memberships. Okay, listen. I promised the world, the world, that I would not have any paywalls behind my content. And this was years and years ago. I was just a young pup at the time. And so becoming a member is just a great way to help support the channel. And you get these coveted emojis right here. Like, look at Beardless John. Whoever saw Beardless John? Look, there he is right there. You get to use it if you're a member. All right. Here's my dog, Rosie, the best German Shepherd ever. Here's Carol. I don't know why you'd ever use Carol's emoji, but there she is right there, too. And,
I didn't know Carol had an emoji.
Yeah, she does. So do it now, bro. Sign up for memberships. You don't get anything really special, and that's okay.
Honestly, when you used the word coveted, it just made me think of that line from Tropic Thunder. Winner of the coveted Beijing Crying Monkey Film Award or whatever.
Yeah, look at Apple rip up here, guys. So Apple started to move up. I'm watching MU though closely because I'm watching just MU as a proxy for memory. Maybe I should look at like DRAM. But MU's starting to rebound back up. Again, the 200 exponential has actually been holding fairly well today. It held on the NASDAQ. Here's the 200 EMA on MU. So it's starting to hold. If we get a retest of it, we'll see if I go back to short. But as MU starts to rebound, I don't know if I want to do anything.
We need a Vape John emoji.
No, dude. Y'all get out of here. Yeah. You're still a young pup? I believe so. I'm a young pup in my heart. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Barnyard. Yeah, I'm trying, dude. Sorry to hear, bro. Wish you the best, dude. That could entice me into membership. I know that was the plan, bro. Which one of these Mag 7 companies would you buy on bigger pullbacks? I like all of those, dude. I like Nvidia, Amazon, and Google long term. I think they're all great companies. I think Amazon's great, diversified, good business, and we're not getting off the Amazon standard anytime soon, to be honest. I don't think another company's going to compete with Amazon in terms of retail and mail order shipping.
No, I don't think anybody has a prayer.
No.
Like
Google, yeah.
Probably ever, honestly.
Yeah. I think Google's great long term, super diversified into everything. I think the Capex will eventually pay dividends as well. And Nvidia, I think you need chips, regardless of whether, there's Capex fears. You still need chips regardless,
I know this was a couple comments ago, but I just want to say I'm sorry about your dad, Barnyard.
Yeah. Yeah, Google looks cheap right here for sure.
Condolences.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man, for sure. But yeah, Google's down to under 320s. Walmart can take market share from Amazon. I don't think so, bro.
I got $1,000. I'm done for the day. Hey, congratulations, Christopher.
Hey, that's a great day, dude.
Glad you did well.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. So we're starting to creep up. We're at 28,800s here. And like I said, I did see MU starting to fight its way back. I think that's part of what's driving this. Look at MU. It's back up to 995s. Might retest 1,000 here. So we'll see. But it's starting to creep back up there. We are past 10. We didn't really get anything dropping at 10. Eurozone consumer confidence negative 15, so a little bit better than the negative 17 expected. Thinking about buying this dip here in the NASDAQ. I think I will. All right, we just bought 3 contracts right here. I think MU might rebound, like retest 1,000, and that might drag us up short term, but I might be wrong here, so don't freaking copy me. Again, we've been kind of back and forth today. We've had a lot of chop, really, just kind of back and forth action over the last, hour. So, Yeah, I think MU wants to get up there to 1,000, but there's risks on both sides right now. John, but no sympathy, bro. I had sympathy. I said I'm sorry to hear, man. You know?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? All right, so this trade's going well too. I'm gonna take a little bit off here though, just to lock in some profits on this, and we'll hold the rest. Yeah, there might be. Oh shoot! Here, I looked the other way, and Nasdaq just slumps down here. Is this news? Hold on.
See.
I mean, that's a candle. I don't know if it's a big candle. Oil's getting close to 92. Oil's jumping up simultaneously here on this candle, though.
There's a Pentagon thing, but I don't think that would do it. And nothing from DJT.
And that's a red candle for sure. Look at this. Oil seems to jump up a little bit simultaneously as well. Oil's up to 91.80s. Might break highs of the day right now.
Russia discusses extending diesel export ban for a month. That's... Hold on.
Yeah, I don't see anything, but... Yeah, look at these two red candles, though. Nvidia turned down too here. Oil jumped up to the highs of the day here, so it seems geopolitically related. But like, look at oil right now. Oil's up to almost 92s. At 91, 95 is the high of the day just now. On the same time, the Nasdaq dropped so much. I'm not really anything. It depends on outlook. Short term, it looks bearish, obviously, but long term, I think most of these companies are going to be fine. And we might correct in between there. Is my logic here. Yeah, I'm still kind of checking for something, but that was a little odd for sure. MU's still kind of holding up though right now, so. Brent's a 102. No tweets. No. Alright, so we did jump in a short here and try to piggyback off of this momentum. Might add to it on a rebound back up here, right here. I'm going to add to that short right here. See if it goes back down. There it goes. Okay.
Hello to you too, Danish.
We'll start to cut this on the rebound. I still think it might get pushed back down, but I'm gonna add into this 200 exponential at 740s here. See if that pushes it down short term. Gotta cut it. We're down small on the day, but it's not a lot. We're kind of chopping, dude, since the last, like we ran a little bit after the opening bell, but we've been basically sideways since then. And the market's just kind of taking liquidity at some of these levels here. Really, MU's getting close, though. It's at 994s right now. So. Yeah, I mean, long term, I am bullish on almost everything. I mean, not almost everything. In most indices, I'm bullish long term. I think most people should be. I mean, is anybody not bullish on indices long term? You know, oil's still falling though. Here, look. Yeah, this market's not really fun to trade. Might jump in a short though. Oh. Alright, Britt, well just go ahead and get out of here, dude.
Oh, all right. Sorry about that. Just
No, you're
you know
good.
how it is.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Alright.
Alright, bro. Later, dude.
All right. Love you, man. Talk to you later, dude.
Alright, later, bro.
Oh, and bot chat.
Yeah, you gotta say bye to the chat, dude.
Yeah, y'all have a good day. Good luck. Make money. Be safe. Just, have a great day, guys.
The headline here is Britt doesn't care about you. Alright.
Not at all. Bye, everybody.
Later, dude. Have a good day, bro.
You too, man. Talk to you later.
Yeah, so I'm in a short right now. And it's going well. I think I'm gonna take one off here. Take another off here and then hold this last one. Nvidia's starting to fade. There we go. Should I add to this position or not here? I mean, I'm very green in it. It's only 1 micro and we've scaled out of most of our profit. If I add, I would want to add on a bounce back, not down here, because that'll affect my average too much. So I'd rather add on a rebound here and then short into that. Is this the rebound? Maybe that was the time to add to it. Oh, wow. We're letting this 1 micro work, though, here. Also, guys, check out, this might be the ad to add to it on. Alright, we just added back. Also, guys, check out Lucid. Again, most day traders lose money. Guys, doesn't matter what course you take, who you follow, you're probably going to lose. I lost thousands in my first couple weeks day trading, to be honest. Don't be like me. Limit your risk. Even when you're learning to trade, funded account programs make sense because you can pay like 50 bucks, less than 100. I'm going to take a little bit more off of this here and lock it in. But yeah, you can take some risk, but like $50 risk, just as an example, with no PDT rule. Great way to learn. It's better than putting up $2,000, $3,000 yourself and trying to risk it. You're probably going to lose your first couple accounts. Lucid has great options here. Lucid has end of day drawdown options and everything. So meaning if you build up profit, again, I showed this earlier, but say you have $2,000 drawdown on the account, like a 50K challenge. If you build up, $1,000 in profit that day, your new drawdown is $3,000 with EOD versus intraday, which follows you higher. No matter what, your drawdown is always going to be the same. That's incredibly useful. Once you're funded in Lucid Flex, no daily loss limit beyond your initial trail. No consistency rule once you're funded in Lucid Flex. They also have direct to funded accounts here too. If you look at this, look, direct to funded accounts. You can get a 150K direct to funded account for pretty cheap, all things considered. And so check them out, guys. It's a great way to help support the channel. I'm probably going to get out of here pretty soon. I'm going to let this trade work out. But if you want to check out Lucid, you can use code BGT, get the max discount, whatever it is. I'll put it up in chat. We appreciate the love, guys. Thanks so much. And there's the link right there. I lost about four grand. I've told the story before a lot. I had like $4,000. That was a lot of money to me at the time. And my wife was like, dude, don't risk that day trading. And I was like, no, dude, I think I got it. And I did not have it. Lost it all. Almost cried, I remember. I was pretty bummed out about it. But it was a net positive in the end, obviously. Alright, guys. So I'm in this. I want to see if we break lows, but I think we might push up and try to get liquidity before we break lows here. Something that you see a lot. Depends on what these stocks do, though. Alright, we're out. I'm going to hold this break even. We're green on the day now, though. We've made a few $100s. That's good. Been back and forth. Yeah, and again, Apex has their 100K $59 no activation fee accounts right now, so check them out. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Y'all be good. Again, we'll see what happens. Oil right at the 200 exponential. So oil is right at the 200K, or right at the 200 exponential. SpaceX is down. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a great day. Y'all be safe. We'll be back tomorrow. MU still pushing up. It's at 991s right now. It might continue to break highs. Tech is starting to rebound back up, but or at least a little bit. Tesla's still down pretty big though. So y'all just be careful today, guys. Y'all be good. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later.